Yo, Doug, Katie Boucher here. This is the Long War live battle reports. We're live, we're on deck, we're on schedule. Sort of. Never technical difficulties here ever in the Beats Lab, whether it be West Coast or East Coast. I'm joined tonight by the legend Robbie B. What's up, homie?
Yo, yo.
And of course, Sean Naden, Mr. Captain America himself.
Happy to be here.
So we've got an interesting tale of the tape for you tonight. I'm going to bring us to the overhead camera while Rob catches us up on what armies are being played tonight and the players.
So today we've got Dark Eldar being piloted by Juice of all people. This is a homunculi heavy Cabal of the Black Heart with normal warriors, 3 Ravengers, of course an Archon, 2 homunculi, bringing up the Prophets of Flesh, with 2 squads of 5 racks, 1 squad of 10 racks, some grotesques, and 3 Taluses.
Isn't it like 9 Taluses?
3 squads of 3, rather.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I think it's 9 Taluses, 7 grotesques. That's all you need to know about the Prophets of Flesh.
It's a wall. It's a proverbial wall. So we'll get into the specifics.
A wall of high toughness, 4 up invulnerables, and 6 up feel no pains.
Yep.
Piles of them.
Super hard to get through right there. And then Tyranids, the Tyranid list is going to be piloted by Vincent Ramos, and he is going to be running double Kraken with everybody's favorite Swarmy and Old One Eye, both guided missiles if you need them to.
Did we ever figure out Old One Eye, Sean?
No.
We don't know. Rob, what does he do? Is he a character with more than 10 wounds?
No, he's 9 wounds. He's not a character, or he's not snipeable.
Ooh, so I like that. What kind of damage does he do?
He has a strength 14 attacks, like 5 of them, and I think on 6s he gets an extra hit. And his tail is multiple extra attacks that can kind of factor into that.
What was the final AP and damage of those punches?
Let me double check for you.
Because we were curious. Me and Sean were like, what does this asshole do?
It looks like he's doing either Monstrous Clutching Claws, which do strength times 2, AP neg 3, damage 3, or Monstrous Scything Talons, which are strength user, so 7, AP neg 3.
No, he's doing the claws. He's definitely doing the claws because he has the ability on 6s. Each time a hit roll a 6, you get immediately make 1 additional attack with the same weapon against the same unit. So he also has a Thresher Scythe, which is a tail at strength 4, neg 1 AP, that only does 1 damage, but it does D3. So he's pretty stout. I mean, 9 wounds, not snipeable, toughness 7, strength 7, so he's gonna be swinging at strength 14 with his claws.
But can you do the Berserk Rampage with the claws? Because they're neg 1 to hit, right? So can you roll a 6+ when you're neg 1?
Unless it says natural 6, right?
Well, doesn't the Broodlord give you +1 to hit? Oh no, that's just Gene Stealers.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Interesting point. We definitely have to bring that up. So we got some notes on terrain.
Yep.
Sean and I were talking about terrain earlier. So it looks like they're playing center. The center alien fortress there is going to be LOS blocking on the footprint, so big ass ruin. Essentially, the pieces to the left and right are also ruins. Everything else counts as force. And also, a quick note from the ground: Old One Eye, you get +2 when you charge with Old One Eye, and his aura is +1. So like he can roll these 6s.
His aura is +1. I knew there was a +1 in there somewhere.
So there's multiple ways to get those 6s still.
Yep.
Juice is not playing Nids. If you're watching here on, what is it? Twitch, Facebook, or HoboBook, or HoboTube as I like to call it. Juice is actually playing Dark Eldar today. And his opponent, Vince, is the one playing the Nids. Exclamation point lists if you want to get more details. Oh yeah, Sean has a great point on that.
So we were talking about maybe Juice's inexperience with the Dark Eldar pieces being overcome by his experience of the Nid list, playing the Nid list, and playing with the Nid list. So it's an interesting matchup.
Any nuance that he's going to leave on the table in this matchup with his foray into probably the first time he's played a Prophets of the Flesh, toughness wall spam are going to be probably more than overcome by his complete intimacy with the Nids. Kind of huge.
And also the Tyranids too, something we didn't talk about. They have a swing twice stratagem. They also have a swing after you die stratagem too. So there's lots of ways to get stuff in there and hit them. Another big technique is that Juice is going to be aware of that Ramos may try to do is try to box out his line with biovores. Dumping the spores in there, and you can get kind of tricksy and make it so you only hit on 6s, so they generate a spore. Like if you move them and they're out of synapse, they hit on 6s, and then poof, they make a spore. And then these things don't have fly, except for I guess the Taloses.
Yeah, literally 9 Talos have fly and 2 Ravagers.
Well, they're going to be able to get over the line, but the little stuff, maybe not so much.
What I'm looking at here is I got the deployment map set up. I got the Mad map here, so we see looks like a bunch of Gaunts on the line. I'm not seeing the Gene Stealers yet.
The red ones are Gene Stealers.
Yeah,
right?
red ones in the middle there in the forest.
Okay, so these are Gene Stealers.
And that's the Brood Lord with that big base and the bright green back.
Yep.
Brood Lord right here. Okay, and we got Gaunts off on the sides. It looks like. Are those Hive Guard just chilling raw dog, right behind?
Yep. I mean, they're gonna be -1 to hit from the Malanthrope, but yeah.
Yes.
I guess if you're accounting for the fact that centerpiece blocks line of sight for its whole footprint.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty serious big deal. So we're saying, guys, that you can't see through this. So that's pretty interesting. You have to be like right here to shoot, to kind of sneak past. Yeah, and they're also saying these are ruins right here.
Yeah, the 2 middle ones on the left and right.
So like this is a extreme actually setup. Like there's not going to be a lot of visible targets right here. So that is relatively safe.
That's why I was a little confused by Juice deploying I guess he deployed them back far enough so it's not a huge deal. But deploying the Ravagers first, usually as a Dark Eldar player, you deploy Ravagers last because you wait to see where they're...
Are they even set up, or are they just chilling on the table waiting to be set up?
No, they're definitely set up.
I don't know, because if you count units...
1, 2... So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 units on the table for the Nids, it looks like. So yeah, it looks like they might be set up. Or maybe there's some characters, I don't know. Well, I mean, either way, they're hidden. You can't see them.
But Hive Guard don't need to see.
Hive Guard don't need to see.
Look, there's a big pile coming on. More Gene Stealers, it looks like. Are those Gene Stealers?
Yeah, those look like Gene Stealers.
Yeah, they have way too many arms to be anything else.
So Juice, it looks like Juice is going very close to Talos because he knows the spores can block him in. So he's trying to negate that turn 1 black.
Also, because you're trying to counteract, you're slower than the Gene Stealers, so you need to just gunline it and go. Because Juice's shooting is really minimal. Haywire cannons aren't going to do much against a nid list.
Well, there's still lots of booby traps here too, because with your stratagems, Juice did this to me when I was playing Knights in that one battle report. He basically slingshotted up with metabolic overdrive, double movement charge, and just kind of positioned a Broodlord right behind a big gang of Gene Stealers. It's kind of like a trap within a trap. It's like you could just sling so much stuff around the table. Like
right. Well, with this Hive fleet too. I mean, there's it's realistic that. I mean, they're gunline to gunline. I mean, pretty much every Gene Stealer can get across this gunline right now.
Yeah.
Like, all of them. And so it's going to come down to also what strat he's going to use, because as we count it, Juice has D3 extra CPs. He's probably saving 2 for the super attack with the Grotesque. He's probably going to Vect. Like, I'm not going to lie. He's probably going to Vect one of those hyperbolic overdrives or something.
He has to.
And it looks like he's putting down a Homunculus right now.
Yep. Dan is saying that the Moloch and Ripper Swarms. Ripper Swarms? I'm assuming that's Ripper Swarms will be in reserve.
Yep, that's something they can do.
Yeah, it's cheap deep strike troops.
Yep.
Unlock battalion and get deep strike. So it looks like there's a bunch of Gene Stealers just crowding around back here. You see all of them back here?
Mm-hmm. I mean, they can be, like you said, they can be in the back. They're so fast when you take double Kraken. I guess any Kraken, really, but just the fact that he's filling out 2 of these. Super clutch.
100% behind it. So that's the Vexator mask too. That's the one that just got deployed. So it looks like he's just gonna be coming in clutch, trying to set himself up to maximize his who fights last bubble. That's
one of the best relics in the game.
Top 3 best relics in the game right now.
Easily.
It is super strong. Basically, I think I see him there on the map down at the bottom. I'm gonna circle. I think he's just chilling back here. So basically what that says, guys, a bunch of people charge in. That dude picks somebody within 6 inches, I believe, and he says, "You fight last, sucker." So you gotta be real careful about this guy.
Yeah, he's bottom right behind the wall of Talos and Gene Steel or Grotesques.
Indeed.
Just to kind of put that into perspective of how powerful a mechanic that is, obviously we know there's the Beguiling gem, but Warhammer Underworlds just actually came out with a banned and restricted list, and one of the cards on the restricted list basically did the same thing. You would lock down a character for a whole turn, and that's how, in a competitive format, that's how good that mechanic is, that it's actually on a restricted list now from Games Workshop.
Dizam, real quick, boots on the ground. Dan, he's coming in clutch from the Beats Lab Live there in Aberdeen is what we're calling this region. My man right there, he's feeding us the intel. Dan, can you get us a list of secondaries by both individuals so we can start tracking those as they're getting closer and closer to actually beginning the first turn of the game? I'm imagining there might be some Reaper, Recons, maybe some, I don't know, maybe some Kingslayer? We'll see.
I think that Homunculi is going to be taking the Warlord trait where they get a D3 command points back, but also get a free reroll. The Diabolical Soothsayer. So you spend a CP to make him an air quotes Warlord for that ability, but then you get it D3 to refund it back, and you get a free reroll to hit, to wound, or a save at one point during the game.
Yeah, because it lets you get 2 to 3 Warlord traits as a Dark Eldar player. Your Archon is the main Warlord, and then you pay 1 to make a Succubus, Homunculus, or both also have Warlord traits. They don't actually become Warlords. They don't give up those points, but you get the traits, and the best trait is the Homunculus one for the plus D3, because it basically makes that strat free. Any
point to not having Urian in this list, just to save points, maybe?
I think it's just saving points. Maybe we didn't have access to the proper model.
I mean, either way, it's a small change. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. The strength isn't a huge deal in this matchup. Most of your stuff is already wounded. The Tyranids on 3s, so the strength buff from Burian isn't hugely necessary.
Yeah, then other things are T7 anyway.
Yeah, it would only help the Taloses then at that point.
Yeah. And there's always the reroll wound stratagem too, so it's like marginal.
Yeah.
Marginal gains.
Well, you were mentioning that thing earlier, Sean, about the Warlord traits. They don't actually become Warlord. When the Codex first dropped there's actually a lot of confusion about you could take multiple Warlords and do like that thing.
Yeah, we were like, are you gonna be able to take one like 6 D3 command points back in your list?
But and GW did their due diligence and has been pretty on the spot with FAQs for all the codexes that came out, and they actually locked that one down. And I think everybody's just kind of waiting on a few clarifications for the Orc book to come out. So props to GW for keeping it real when it comes to the codex books after release.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I never tried to manipulate that idea. A lot of those ideas end up in think tanks where people are like, yeah, you can totally do this, and it's like, well, if you just put some common sense in it, you'd realize that no, you can't do that.
So I got an update on secondaries. Yep. Juice, Reaper, Old School, Recon. So I figured Reaper and Recon. I was wondering if he was going to do Old School or Kingslayer. And then we got our man Vincent over here coming in clutch, Recon, Old School, Big Game Hunter. Because now Big Game Hunter works on Taloses. Looks like Vincent may have run the roll. You go first.
Definitely rolling off for something.
Yeah, that was first, I believe. Oh, now he's going to try and seize.
Yep.
I think we're off.
So Spec Ops in chat actually said something interesting. You have a tactics class with Juice at Adepticon that actually went up. You can register for that today, as well as the Long War doubles tournament for 40K.
Oh, We totally do.
Oh yeah, big. Real quick, Juice. Just quick note before we promote. Juice had no intention of going first. He did not want to seize, I believe, is what I'm hearing. But now is he changing his mind? What's going on here?
He's got a dice in his hand.
And he rolled a 6.
Oh, but it wasn't in the box.
I think they don't care.
I saw the 6. I think everybody saw the 6. It just shuffled out to the.
Yeah, it's fine. He got it. He seized.
He likes to start some of these games with, if it's not in the box, I don't count it.
And I think we had to change that policy when the box
When he rolls it too high.
when the box gets moved around the table so often too, because we have to remove it because it's not so that we can put models in there.
Box is terrain. Yeah.
Box is terrain.
So is he refunding CP now? He's doing some fun things. So Juice has 8 CP, which is exactly what I said he would have, remember?
Yep.
So we got 8 CP. Ramos is 13. Juice is going first, and Juice said he wanted to. I mean, he was like he doesn't care. He was thinking about going second, but then he let the dice decide. I felt strong with him going second, but sometimes you just want to go first.
Dark Eldar always want to go first.
Yeah.
You get to your bonuses really faster. Dark Eldar, when they hit turn 3, get turned into madmen. Then all those taluses and grotesques hit on 2s in combat. It's crazy. So you want to get to that first person to hit turn 3.
Oh, I see. You want to be the first turn 3 person.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. And yeah, we were talking about Adepticon a second ago. Adepticon tickets are on sale literally right now.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't gotten mine yet.
Long War doubles. I have no idea what the status of that event is, but historically it's
idea.
been sold out within minutes.
I will check it right now. I know there was a snafu with the cart not taking PayPal or something early on, but I think things got rectified.
Real quick, Ramos is using the new cover stratagem. I believe he is currently +1 cover. And someone farmed a CP.
Probably Juice's Archon. Because that's the warlord trait you likely took on the Archon. Kabbalah Blackheart. 6s to refund CP. Because you can roll it for your opponent and yours.
Yeah,
based on the call.
that's what they took. I think it's Labyrinth of Cunning.
Yep.
Is that what it's called?
That
It's
adds
all,
up.
all true followers of Vect live in labyrinths of cunning.
I love his story of his rise to power. He's
He's my favorite character by far in 40k.
So somehow they're suddenly tied on CPs because of that shenanigans.
So it begins.
Yeah, because he forgot to roll his D3 to gain CP. So
Yeah.
he spent all them pre-game and then didn't roll the D3.
So he got 2 back and then just sniped a 6. Ramos
Yep.
spent 2 to get cover, and now they're back. It's 11-11 on CP. Doubles is sold out according to Player J in chat. Thank you, brother. Looks like Juice is
checking
moving
it
the
right
wall up. I'm going to use some Madden app skills. This is, if you're watching right now, you just tuned in. This is 9 Talos, ladies and gentlemen, right here. This is a Grot Star right here, about 7 Grotesque. They got the Vexator Mask chilling back here. We got plus toughness bubbles shooting out left and right. These dudes are all super tough, 4 up invulnerable, 6 up, feel no pain. And it looks like the racks are just moving up, snaking in, doing their thing. They also have 4 up invulnerables, and I think there's one big squad of racks that you always kind of save in case you want to do the rack Tide of Traders, I believe.
See, I like what Juice is doing here on the left. He's bricking out a little bit to keep the Gene Stealers from being able to wrap around his flank. But I don't like is that his right flank is super exposed, and you got your characters over there. And if you look at those Gene Stealers up on the top right, if they double move and Kraken double and get through there, they could probably get all the way to that Vexator Mask guy, snipe him out, do some damage to the Grotesques, and that could cause some major headaches.
So that's something that is to be dealt with. I wonder what tricks Juice has up these sleeves. I wonder if he's going to be able to. How fast can a Ravager move and still shoot?
14.
So it looks like he can snake a shot right here. He's doing exactly what I'm talking about right now. See, it looks like he can snake a shot. If he can, there's 3 Ravagers right here, guys. Kind of hard to see in the overlay. I'm sorry, they're being moved over right now. And
classic breaking models by Juice.
Yep, directly behind the lower edge of the
shout out to April. These are April's models that Juice is using. They look absolutely fire on the screen right now. And
remember, any part of this model, like this shock prow right here,
Yep.
All that has to do is break this plane, guys. And he
Yeah,
can
so we sold.
he can sneak this other one right here in the booty if he wants. Like, he can do anything he wants here.
He's gonna have range to all of those hive time.
So
those hive guards.
I feel like he's got a plan.
Yep.
And remember, guys, if you're watching, they're playing this as basically a giant ruin. You can't see through it because these are all really beautiful pieces of terrain, but they're very low function in a competitive event. So you have to make some rules.
Yeah, I mean this. If you saw, well, I guess you can see it from the table cam here, but it is a fantastic 3D. You got capillary towers, you got spawning pools, you got all sorts of stuff here.
Long shift loft on Twitch. Taluses are actually T6 base, and with the homunculus buff, they go to T7.
Mm-hmm. And they are all
strange.
4-up?
Strange. It's a strange nerf in 8th edition. All the Coven stuff went actually down to toughness, except when it's near.
I've got an update for our promotion that we're running right now, guys. Beats Lab Gaming on Facebook. Are we talking community? Are we talking page, Dan? We're doing a caption contest. So he took a picture of these guys. Whoever the winner of the caption contest is, who's the person with the most thumbs up, is going to win a one-time discount code for Beats Lab Gaming. So Disintegrators are engaging the Hive Guard right now. The caption contest will be available to you on any Beats Lab group on Facebook that you can find. So do a couple Google searches, you guys should be fine, or type in !list. That'll take you to Beats Lab, and you can take a look at the lists. So let's go back to the overhead. Let's see how many Hive Guard are getting jizzacked. Jiggity jacked. Looks like a Hive Guard down.
Yeah, and Ravager shooting is super consistent. He's got the Writ of the Living Muse on that Archon down below him. So there's a guy in here with a little bubble that makes these guys better. Yeah, they reroll ones to hit and reroll.
Yeah,
ones
it's a lieutenant captain buff. It's pretty good. I love it.
But he does have to take the relic to do both.
And my man has +1 cover. It's night 3. Dudes are 4-ups. So, they're getting jacked unless my man rolls a couple 6s like he did.
Yeah. And 2 damage each is a strong mechanic.
If it's not 4, it's 2. Like, it's almost the same thing on the models of these types of wounds.
He's still going at it.
So I think he's just measuring Talos firepower.
Yep. Why not?
Not a lot of them can see with that big terrain piece, but
No.
the unit to the side can. But and Vincent's whole army is -1 to hit because of that Malanthrope sitting in the middle. So the Talos shooting will be inconsequential because they hit on 4's base. So basically they're
3 hits. Oh wait.
I think he's rolling shots, right?
Oh, it's right. It's the D. It's the yeah. It's right. He's
D3 shots each.
shots.
They each have 2 of the guns, so 2d3 per Talos that's shooting.
There it is. Beats Lab Gaming Facebook link is available to you guys on HoboTube right now. It's being spammed everywhere. Caption contest. Like I said, winner, most thumbs up.
Yeah, some cool tricks that I try to pull with the Talos sometimes is you can play the Fire and Fade strat on them. So you run up, shoot a unit, and then you can move 7 again to get
any direction you want.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you can try to fly up that board. I thought he might try to use that to take that unit on the side and block that flank.
Talos killed 2 Gene Stealers apparently with that volley. I have this feeling that what's going to happen here is a bunch of Tyranids are going to crash into a bunch of Talos. Talos are going to make a whole bunch of 4-up invulnerables, and then that's how I do. Let's see what's going on here. The dice box. Remember, guys, center terrain, it blocks line of sight.
Yeah, and Juice's army doesn't have a lot of CP and can't do that many tricks, but it does have really solid units that'll perform very well. So it's a really good, solid army you can play right out of the box and not have to worry about all the moving pieces.
Oh no,
it's
a fun army.
The hardest part about actually this army is getting that many Taloses, like physically finding them. They are hard to get right now.
I'm gonna say that's the end of Juice's turn 1. I'm gonna say he didn't kill anything. He did not secure a unit. So let's just take a look at what the Madden app Had objectives.
So he missed out on old school.
So he didn't. So he can't get old school now.
Can't get first strike.
And where are all the objectives? How many objectives? Is this the 4 objective game, or 3? Is this the 3?
It is cut to the heart. Mission 2.
Are they the orange dots? I3C3.
Yeah, I see 3. So
Oh yeah, there's one in the center and one per deployment zone.
So the juice also not hold an objective this turn?
It appears that might be
Did
true.
Juice do that? Did Juice do that thing he does sometimes where he forgets to hold objectives in ITC missions?
Juice wouldn't do that.
It definitely appears that is what has gone down.
Oof.
So apparently Juice was thinking he was gonna kill the Hive Guard and get a kill and get his old school objective. And I think they're measuring to see if he forgot to be within 3 inches. I think his intent was to be within 3 inches. And maybe that sliding base on the Talos was supposed to be a little closer, but you see how it's nudged down because of the terrain shape.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that happens with 3-dimensional terrain, which is why I used to love playing on felt.
Dude, I think 11th Company definitely had it right with the brown paper. And
oh my god, that was so awesome.
They traced it in Sharpies. I looked at him in awe when he was doing it, and I was like, that is genius. Because it doesn't matter, people bump it, whatever, you know where each piece of terrain was supposed to be. I mean, it wasn't the most beautiful looking thing, but it was smart.
It was for competitive play, it was awesome. I remember actually, it was one of the times I saw Lictor Shame in person. So it looks like, so just playing off of secondaries, primaries. So this is one of the reasons why I was totally down to have Juice go second. Because I like him being back there, and my man Vincent having to come across the table to him, and then the counter dick punch. I like that option, right? But I also see. So what is it? 2 squads of? Is it 1 squad of 6 Hive Guard?
Yes.
1 squad of 6 Hive Guard. That's probably right on the math to kill it. I like that, but here's the thing. So Juice will hold 1. He's not going to kill unless he gets in this fight and kills. But I don't think killing. I think killing in your opponent's turn only helps you kill more. I don't think it secures your player turn kill. He's not set up for recon yet, and he's working on Reaper. So it's going to be a slow start for Juice. But the cool thing to note here, boots on the ground, Austin actually is mentioning is like the 10-man rack squad can tie to traitors. It's a good, like if they block the assault, survive, 1 survivor, they can sneak out.
Yeah. What is that? Black Cornucopias? That is a very good. It seems like everybody has the similar Black Cornucopias. Yep.
The sad thing about it is that it's only on a unit that can ever get to 10 models. I'd really like it if racks could get to 20, like Witches and Warriors.
Mm.
A 10-man unit, it's tough to get value out of that for 2 CP.
Yeah, no, that is correct. It's 2 CP. That's why you always end up seeing like 1 10-man rack squad and 2-5 though in the battalion. Because everyone's got that pipe dream where they're going to do it, you know?
Yeah, skip the pipe dream and just take 3 units of 5.
Well, I mean, some people are on different astral planes to play it too. You know, it's your local gaming scene. That might be good enough. You know, people like Sean, well, they're playing 3D chess.
Yes, thank you, LT posting this in the comment that I'm like basically affirming what I said. Hold 1, kill 1 at the end of your turn. You score, hold more, kill more at the end of the game turn. So like, no matter what happens, Juice has not killed 1 in his turn.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I thought I played.
I've never seen that interpretation.
Because you score in your player turn. Like, so like, oh, I finished my player turn. Did I hold? Did I kill? Cool, your turn. Like now it's your player turn.
Oh, that's right, because they have rounds and
that.
turns. It's specific nomenclature.
So like, if I killed one,
he can still get first blood.
I think he can still get first.
Battle
I think he can still get old school because that's first battle round.
Yeah. Huh. I might have to track that with my opponents more.
Yeah. I keep an eye on it as often as I can. Bovors are getting nuked next turn is what my man Austin's predicting. Austin, he's not here with us in voice, but he is boots on the ground right now watching with you guys at home. My man has predictions. And looks like, let's go take a look at the chess clock. Let's see what these dudes are doing how they're doing on time. They're almost even on time.
But Juice is a whole turn ahead.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're almost even on time. And this moment, my man hasn't even finished his movement phase. But that's, one guy has a lot more models than the other, and that's why we have chess clocks.
But it's not orc level models, but still, I feel like maybe it's the same level of play as orcs because he's constantly measuring, synapse and different things like that, effective ranges. You have to be very cognizant of all that.
Oh, it's a lot because
double move, double shoot powers take up a lot of time too.
Yeah, oh my God. And they have a robust psychic phase, right? And like, so it's like with this kind of detail that Vincent's laying down with how he's placing his models, every placement he's making is deliberate. Okay, this isn't a case of let me just jam it all forward with my arrows here, as you can see at the meta map. There's a reason why he swung these guys out, measured each one, brought this guy out. There's a reason why he left this bunch here. Everything here was thought of. So like he has to put his hands on almost every model twice this turn. That's going to be a long term.
And you're not even able to do those tricks too. Like when you advance, you're like, okay, I'm just going to move the front guys to the front and move, and then fill in behind it because you actually have opportunity to just do more things now too. So
right.
Like you have to be 100% precise with this moving.
So we've begun the psychic phase. Onslaught. That's one of the most important powers right now for the Nids.
Yeah, I think Onslaught will be coming from Swarmy and obviously Catalyst as well for that 5-up Feel No Pain.
So I think he failed it and he's using a CP or something. Is that what happened?
I did not catch it.
Beat slabbed in. Onslaught is what lets him still. That's what lets you advance and still charge, right, or some shit.
Right, that's your advance and charge. Yeah.
But Gene Stealers do that naturally, I believe. So that I don't think that matters. It's more like advance and shoot the Hive Guard.
Isn't it for like maybe a Swarmlord or somebody cool, or I don't know what.
Yeah,
it could be for Swarmlord.
Well, Swarmlord has it built in.
So he's double moving his Swarmlord.
Yeah, Swarmlord. Yep, confirmed. Swarmlord took it. He took the charge ability. He also just successfully got Catalyst off, which you guys know is Feel No Pain. So let's go back to the overhead cam.
The good one.
So Swarmlord is making a play. I like the balls here on Vincent. Swarmlord out, full force, big dick, bandit. He slung himself with a special power right in here. He is 5-up, Feel No Pain. He is ready to go. I can't wait to see this fucking showdown.
And here's where you can see the inexperience of Juice with this list, because if you're a Coven player, you can usually set up most of your wall where if somebody charges any point of your frontline monsters, they're gonna have to touch that.
They're gonna be in 6 inches of the yeah. That's something I've learned talking to you actually with your tactics, is because you're helping me with a list like this, where I can't just do like the normal Congo line thing. I have to be a little bit more condensed because the Vexator Mask is so crucial.
Yeah, because the Swarmlord the Vexator Mask is right there behind the third grotesque from the right.
Okay. Circled on the map for everyone at home.
And so the Swarmlord can definitely hit that Talos all the way to the right near him, and definitely not be within 6 inches of that Vexator Mask.
Oof.
So, which means he'll just get to wreck that unit unless Juice makes a ton of 4-ups, which could happen.
Which if I know Juice has already incorporated a heinous amount of successful 4-ups into his game plan. If I know Juice, he is not concerned.
No, not even in a little bit.
So
Dan saying the Biovores moved, which also probably means they're outside of Synapse, which means they're going to be making some.
I feel like Juice is running out of dice, which could be an Overwatch here, by the way.
It could be, yeah.
No, maybe it's saves. 9 wounds to the Ravager in the back. That's what's going on. We're Ravagers are getting got.
Oh, return fire.
They get Feel No Pains, so.
A lot of rolls. 2 wounds left. They have an invulnerable save as well. Like they're one of the reasons why orc buggies are stupid.
There's lots of reasons why orc buggies
are stupid. It's a major. I have an invulnerable save. I have fly. I have 9 shots to hit on 3s that actually kill things sometimes. You know what I mean?
Well, there's still hope. Speaking of orc buggies, there's still hope. I mean, we just saw some rumored points reductions for Land Raiders. If anything's getting another points reduction, Land Raiders needed it.
I've actually been saying because of battle wagons, Land Raiders better get some goddamn fucking point reduction. So Biovore is trying to finish off this Ravager with 2 wounds left, guys. Right here. Oof. That's the move. Let's see if he can get that kill.
This is some of the stuff we were talking about when 8th edition dropped. We're like, anything can hurt anything. It's amazing.
It is. Literally, everything is easy to kill, basically.
Yeah, this is the scenario where that actually comes into play clutch.
So now he's probably shooting twice with the Hive Guard.
Doesn't he want to try to? Doesn't he want to resolve the Balvor before he double
I would
shoots?
think.
I think he did. He placed
One
mines.
wound. One wound. Got one
Oh.
wound on the Ravager. Yeah, nothing. So he's got it. So it looks like he wants to expend every gun he has before he shoots. Has to make that decision.
He
And
might
one of
have to. What's the wording on the Tyranid strat? It might be at the end.
I think it's at the end after all shooting. I think it's exactly as
For
it
which
looks like.
strat? For which
Shoot
one?
twice.
Oh wait, hey,
Shoot
you know
twice.
what? This is Kraken.
This is Kraken. The
Isn't shoot
which-
twice not Kraken?
diabolic. Oh no, what is it? The one.
Oh, is shoot twice Kronos?
Is shoot twice Kronos or is it universal? I think it's universal.
It's universal. It's the single-minded annihilation.
I think it's just any infantry.
Yeah, any
Yeah, it is
infantry.
infantry. That's why a lot of people missed that when the Codex first came out. They just assumed Hive Guard were not infantry for some reason. I don't know why.
Is this a clutch of saves right here?
Because they have more than 2 legs, Rob. That's why.
Technically,
all Tyranids are hexapods, which means they all have 6 appendages.
that's my
That's my nerd voice.
Sounds. I can't even tell you were doing a voice. It sounds like your normal voice.
That's not true.
So my man is, no matter how good or bad this turn goes for Vince, he has killed something. He's already accomplished a point above Juice, and I think after these charges, he's gonna definitely hold more objectives.
Well, because Juice holds 0.
Well, we determined he holds 1. We determined it was as I said.
The model wobbled.
Yeah, and so
Wobbly model.
I assume that these
Wobbly
Gene Stealers are gonna get this objective from him.
Absolutely.
And so what we're going to be looking at is a easy hold more, which is 2 points. He already killed, right? He
He'll
held,
probably kill more.
and he's going to kill, right? And so yeah, he's going to hold more, which I'm doing wrong here. Hold,
Looks like a charge on
hold
the
more,
racks.
kill more.
Yeah, charging the racks.
What's the bonus in this? Take your opponent's objective.
Yeah, I think it's the hold the middle and the opponents.
So this will be an easy 4-point primary turn for Vince if everything goes right. Oh, you got to hold this. Oh, holding the center is the bonus.
Oof. That should be easy.
This will be a 5-pointer for Vince turn 1. Juice is going to have to come from behind, which he always likes.
Really, just hold the center? That's easy. That's too easy.
Oh, opponent's end center. You guys
That's
were
what I said. Yeah.
Boots on the ground. Dan was like typing it, but he typed it in 2 lines. So I looked down and looked back up. Hold the
Got him.
center and the opponents.
I think he clickbaited you. I think that's what he just
Yep.
did. So single-minded annihilation is at the end of the shooting phase. Done.
Yeah, so that's how we got rid of that Ravager. So he
Yep.
killed the Ravager.
Yep. Picked it off.
So we're gonna see if Swarmy targets both these units right here.
Definitely not.
See what he wants
Damn.
to do.
He could swing. He could swing around that corner, maybe.
You don't want to. I think that puts you at 6 inches if you go all the way to that grotesque.
Oh yeah.
There's
probably
2
would.
characters here. I'm circling them. I don't know which one has the mask. I put dots on both of them.
It's the one beneath the third over from the left or from the right.
So it's this little guy right here.
You
Probably,
can, see,
yeah.
you
This,
can almost see he has multiple arms. He's
Yeah.
If you go
actually
to
the second one.
Go to the other cam, you can see the
I see
totem
it.
he's holding up.
Yep.
It's that one right there.
so
yeah.
we're
You just
trying to
wanna-
determine that bubble right now. So they're doing a
Yeah,
little bit of
yeah.
gentlemanly pre-measuring. He's within an inch and he's outside of 6 of the Vexator mask. Therefore,
It was actually closer than I thought. So
Yeah.
Juice only messed up a little bit.
you only messed up a little bit, yeah.
But that's enough sometimes.
Yeah, Grotz. Yeah, definitely. Austin was. Grotz can't pile in enough, but we were wondering if he was gonna make that mistake and be within 6. But my man Vince is like, I ain't trying to be within 6. Get the fuck out of here.
Nah. He was on point on that one for sure.
Swarm Lord is laying that D out. We're gonna switch over to the dice cam to see what happens. I believe we're gonna go to the assault phase here.
Yeah, this looks like Swarmlord's attacks.
My man hits on 2s, no rerolls, right? And my man
No
is
rerolls.
wound on 3s.
Strength lots.
Strength not 14 though, right?
The 6s do like massive extra damage too, I think.
Or strength. Oh, I mean strength. Yes, yeah. 6s do
Swarm
something,
Lord?
right?
Let's take a look. Oh,
Sixes
pull
are
up
mortal.
stats.
Sixes are mortal. That's right.
Sixes are definitely mortal. He is the apex predator.
4 up
of the
invulnerables.
universe.
My man already makes a shitload of them. 3 of them. Yep. Juice already coming in clutch.
Command point that one. He's command
Pointing
it.
at you,
Ooh.
son of a bitch. Do it.
Do it. Oh no, he didn't do it.
Is he just gonna take the feel no pains?
Yeah, you just gotta take the feel no pains.
6
Ugh,
ups.
3 out of 4. So rough. So rough.
Oh, and 2 feel no pain pickups. Juice with Operation I don't feel saves. As
Ugh.
predicted.
Ugh. That's brutal.
Oh, the sadness. Is that the
oh
tail
my
attack?
God, the,
Tail attack?
the humanity.
The humanity.
He's got the prehensile pincer tail attack as well.
Oh, it fails it. What is it? 2 damage?
D3.
1. 6 up. All day.
6.
Ah!
Got him.
Why did we all call that 6 at the same time? Oh,
Oh, profound sadness.
the profound sadness is. Oh, oh God.
I like how Vincent also, we're talking about the fight right now, but in the backfield there, he's got Old One Eye, he's got his Gene Stealers, he's got him protected with the Malin Throw, which you only have to toe drag within 3 to get that bonus from the Malin Throw.
Also, real quick, this play on screen you guys are watching, if you're wondering why the Talus is all just piled in, that is an interrupt. Pay 2 CPs. Chain Flail, 10 apiece. 30 attacks. Coming in right now. Juice. Let's see it.
Yeah, so you see most of those pickups, if you're turn 3 Dark Eldar, those are hits.
What are these? Hit on 4s right now or hit on 3s?
No, they hit on 3s. Taluses are good in combat, bad at shooting.
Got it.
That makes
3s.
sense. Oof.
And what are they?
Not a
Strength
lot of
more. Strength
3s.
more than toughness.
I think he's supposed to reroll the wound too, but I think he might have flubbed that.
Decent.
These are Gene Stealers. So he did 5 up invulnerable. So he just picked up 7 Gene Stealers.
Yeah, but I think Juice left some on the table basically by not rerolling a wound.
Yep. Won't make that mistake again.
Well, he might, because he might not even know.
A little bit of inexperience showing here, but not too bad.
What's the nuances? He knows what to do with units. He knows where to put them. He knows what stratagems.
Yeah.
But it's the nuances. We'll see if he can just do it with his gangsterness.
Yeah, and this is one of the things that as you play an army over and over and get good with it, that you improve on.
Yeah, well, because it's like you read the first line of the weapon, see what it does. He knows he gets 2 attacks for each regular attack, but then the second line is reroll. So if you're just downloading the basics of an army, you might miss the second line.
Are we on Juice's time? No, we're back to Vince's time. I was wondering why we're on Juice's time right there.
So now this is the Gene Stealers fighting back, probably.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Fighting. I think they're fighting Rax right now. Is that what's going on?
Either Rex or Taluses. Probably these Rex.
And Rax also get 4 invulnerables, so like you can't. Thing is, the problem with 4 invulnerables, you can't. It just destroys math.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He saved them all for the Taluses. Racks are going down.
Saves 2, feel no pains.
Hmm.
So 4 Rax
Mm-hmm.
out of 10.
Yeah, out of 10.
He's got to make some
Nice.
decisions.
Oof. The fight against Strat for the Tyranids, is that anybody or infantry only?
It's infantry only, I believe.
Let's take a look.
But we'll get to the. We got boots on the ground, cat commander right here. Maybe someone in chat will beat us to it.
Could be.
He's not boots on the ground. He's books on the ground.
Books on
Books,
the
yeah.
ground, Rob. Infantry only, as confirmed. We just got it from Austin.
What's the name of it? I'll read it off.
There's no way I know that. I just call things fight twice. shoot
It'll
twice.
cost 3. So
Yeah.
if you're looking through,
Here
it'll
we
cost
go.
3.
Use this. Oh, this real failed wounds.
Looks like is there a fight 2 going on here? Beats Live, Dan?
This is the second Gene Stealer unit in the middle.
Okay, so they're going after Talos. They need 5s and 6s here, right? 6s do more damage or something, or it doesn't matter. It's all four. It's all 4 modables.
Yeah, because I think the basic Gene Stealer is
-1.
-1. You could be -3.
So Juice was this converts. I think he fails 3 wounds.
Yeah, 3 wounds total.
Oh no, it's still Rex. Wait,
Oh, it's still Rax.
that's what it looks like. So like he doesn't. So
Yeah.
if so, we've lost 7 out of 10 Rex.
It might be the other squad too. You might have 2 squads in there. I'm gonna switch down to the top.
Or what? Or what?
No, yeah, it's still that big 10-man unit, I believe.
Putting some hurt on someone. All right, here's a whole bunch of saves. Is this on Talos or is this on Rex?
I saw 4s in there, so I can't see it being.
Either way, shitloads of
Being
4s were
Talos.
just made. So these are on Rex. So by my math, he needs to make 2. He needs to make 2 or he loses them all. I think that's 10.
Like saves. Yep.
I think that's 10. I could be off by 1 though. We'll need to
I
confirm.
think
that.
there's.
There's still one chilling over there. So
Yeah,
I
it
don't
looks
know
like
if
there's still one there.
I don't know if it got forgotten or we were off on our math.
Right.
I think they're talking
some,
about it right now.
Some dice were like weaved down low in the box. I couldn't see them all. I just was like, that looks like 7. That looks like 3. You know.
Is he piling in now?
He's piling.
Yeah.
Well, unit's dead. Confirmed. All 10.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is now. So right now, what Vince is doing is he's finishing the action. They fought. They're pushing in. So I think he's trying to figure out where dudes are going to fight twice. I'm sure he, charged all these guys, and so it looks like he's deciding if he wants to burn 3 CPs to not kill a Talos.
I mean, he might kill a Talos. No, it won't.
Oh, so he only killed a 5-man unit of Rex? Oh, that's where we're getting confused. Okay. So this is the 10-man. For some reason, I thought this was 2 5s and that was 10. Or I thought it was the other way around.
Or maybe the 5 was up on the flank and 5 pieces of this 10. Who knows?
Yep. So Red Steelers going to Talos. I'm calling it. No Talos is dying.
Yeah, I don't see much happening here.
I feel like I wouldn't have burned the 3 CP.
Well, sometimes there's inexperience on both players' part, I suppose, when it comes to this.
So 1 won't take it.
I think, it's a lot easier for all of us to kind of backseat drive this game too when we're not in the trenches, under the lights, hitting those
With the
time
clock running.
buttons. Yeah, like that's a whole different dynamic that I think it makes for a very entertaining and also a very a game that is on track, for any format. It keeps people honest with their movement and such.
You guys ready for this? Talos
Yes.
activating on Swarmy. Okay, so far Swarm Lord didn't do shit. Let's see if the Taloses don't do shit in return.
Wouldn't that be funny?
They've got more
Minus
dice,
2
though.
AP weapons, so he's going to be on 4 up and vulnerable, I guess. Or he's 3 up and vulnerable, close combat, Swarm Lord, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a 2 up normal, isn't that his deal?
No,
Who,
he's still
Swarmlord?
3 up.
Yeah, but he's got a 3-up invul in combat.
No, he's a 3 up, 3 up.
Oh, is he? Okay.
The Tyranids big
Yeah,
bugs
you're right. You're right.
don't have a 2.
Correct.
So you almost wonder if he should use the more attacks with the reroll to wounds. That might have been the better move.
Right. No, I feel like he's but there might be something else going on here. Maybe something I don't understand.
They're higher strength.
Is there more
and they
damage
do-
in these?
And they do 2 damage, but if your saves are the same and the other attack rerolls.
My man has feel no pain up. So 2
Yeah.
so 2 damage. Maybe he's banking on like the 2 damages converting, being harder to save with feel no pain.
But I mean, 2 attacks to that same degree with rerolls to wound is probably still better math if your saves are the same.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably like I said, I would probably debate if we mapped it all out. It'd be almost not even worth discussing. Similarly.
Well,
Similarly.
and it's that thing we were just talking about too. Like when you're under the lights, when you got you're on the wire, doing all these things all at once, you got to make that snap call.
Yeah,
I think it's close to the math.
it's close.
Like
Sometimes
twice
averages
as
are
many
1 day.
1 damage reroll wounds versus half as many 2 damage. It's got to be close. Probably like +3 in Sean's favor. So my man Vincent Ramos is doing it Wait, who's fighting twice? Oh, didn't the G-Stealers already fight twice? Juice vected something.
Oh, probably the fight twice. To get the CP back?
Oh.
Yeah. He vected the double swing.
Gotcha.
Starting to get some separation on the time too. It looks like 12 minutes to Ramos, or 12 minutes to Juice actually.
Real quick.
Model count.
Yeah, Austin has a great point here. He says there's a missed opportunity here. G-Stealers could have the kill 5 racks, could have moved to kill the other racks with the overrun strategy.
Yeah, that is huge. Juice did that to me too on the when we played in that one night battle report. I was like, dang, is there anything these little buggers can't do? They move so fast in that. Okay, use a strategy when Tyranid unit from your army destroys the unit in a fight phase that is not within 3 of another enemy unit. Instead of consolidating, that unit can move and advance as if it were your movement phase. It cannot move within 1 inch of enemy models. Which, as you know, Kraken has a bonus to moving and advancing.
So I believe we're on turn 2. I want to get the scores. I'm thinking
4-0.
Well, yeah, because no one, yeah, literally no. Well, he got the 1 point in his turn. So it looks like,
they don't get the bonus to the middle there.
So it looks like, so no one holds more. Well, actually, Ramos holds more at the end. So it's gonna be 4 primary to 1 primary. Ramos did not get. He got old school on secondary. He got a big game hunter. He may have gotten a recon, son. No, he didn't get it.
Definitely. Those Gene Stealers top left, the
Oh,
red
there
ones
they
are
are. Yep,
definitely
I see 'em.
they're secondary.
Yep.
So I think at this moment, I think it's 7-1. Let me get a
Yeah.
tally. Let me get a tally. Boots on the ground. Damn, Dan.
Oh, definitely. I would concur with that assessment. So he's sending Grotesques to go fight Gene Stealers, which is the correct move. But I don't know about sending. I guess that's one way to do it. Fight first with the Grotesques, kill Gene Stealers, use the Vexator Mask to make the Swarmlord swing last. That lets you get all 6 Taluses fighting him before he can make any moves.
That could be clutch.
No doubt. So 6-1. I just got it from the table. Boots on the ground. Dan just confirmed 6-1. Pretty good turn for Vince. But this is the counter punch. Let's see what happens. This could be interesting. Still got 2 Ravagers. We've got Grotesques about to enter the fray. Goodbye, Gene Stealers. If this turn goes Juice's way, this could be a lot of dead Gene Stealers, and I mean even Swarmlord can get got.
Yeah.
Yeah, Swarmlord can get got, but again, 3-ups could keep him alive too. So it goes both ways.
He could get got. I expect it to go. I expect my man to make some Thursdays.
They could just bounce again.
So Juice is going for recon right now. He's got to start. He's gonna spread his dudes out. Gonna get in position.
Hopefully, did he have something on that back objective last
He
turn?
just moved this turn he just moved the Archon into it.
Oh, okay.
So
He ran the Archon.
Archon is leaving the reroll bubble of the Ravagers because recon looks like he just tied a traitor to his racks.
Yeah, 5-man unit it looks like.
Oh, so he's popping them up back there in that back corner.
Yep. If you guys are watching, we got the Mad Nap. So these guys right here did the old 2 CPs, leave the table, redeploy off of a board edge somewhere. That's for recon. He's gonna have people cresting the plane here. If you draw an X on them or a cross, all you have to do is break the plane. So he's gonna break this plane. He already has. He has to leave somebody here. He has to have somebody here. That's worth a point a turn. So he needs to start setting up for that now. And that's the plan. So we're back into the shooting phase already, guys. Juice is killing it on time. As you can see, he's going after those Hive Guard. Round 2, the super cover is not engaged right now. So let's see if he can
Yeah,
actually
skirted
end
around the big terrain
Ooh,
feature.
that's a lot of big rolls right there.
That's gonna be interesting.
So we need 4s to wound, I guess, or
They moved.
Well,
Are they heavy, Sean?
oh no, it's neg 3, so they have no cover. They're just straight up. He's like 2 damage, 2 damage, 2 damage. So he just picked up a shitload of.
I mean, I guess they are heavy, but any heavy on a Ravager becomes an assault.
yeah, it's like it's technically
weird
not
roll.
assault, but it is assault.
It basically is so that because certain other guns can be taken by infantry, like Dark Lances, so it's to keep them heavy. But then on a Ravager or Raider, for that matter, they become assault weapons. So
Pretty clutch.
pretty clutch.
So Hive Guard threat on the verge of being neutralized. Only 2 left, it looks like, in that squad.
Yeah,
Whereas
that's
he's
where going first for the Dark Eldar helps is if they can cut those down and get only 1 turn of shooting out of them.
No doubt. So I'm excited for this. There's not a lot of shooting here. I think Juice is getting ready to do it.
Do it to it.
taking a look at that combat right now.
All right. Charges are being
That's rolled
made.
a 8.
So this is Gratz. Gratz are going to push in here, guys. They're going to pull in as deep as they can. He's going to probably multi-charge both these units. Grotesques can do... This is exactly the kind of fight Grotesques like to be in.
Yeah, an infantry fight where they can use their Mortal Wound Flesh Gauntlet versus just their Claw. What'll be interesting to see here is the Cleaver still gives you +1 attack, and some players forget that they can make all their monsters...
You make all your
Flesh
gauntlet attacks, then you can still do
and
one
still
cleaver.
get one attack, 1 Cleaver attack each. So
Like, I mean, like a full 10-man Grot squad's like 50 attacks.
yeah.
It's a pretty... And they have a stratagem to reroll wounds.
Yeah, it's pretty pricey, 2 CP, but
If you're going to split up your attacks, no-brainer.
no brainer. So with that big roll he rolled, I guess he's trying to get both units, so he's probably going to put the bulk every attack he can into that big unit in the back, and then try to do some damage to the red ones. I probably would have charged the racks out of the way first, so that he could have spread the grotesques in there more.
So it looks like some homoculi are moving up the cut. Is that what I'm seeing here?
Racks.
Oh, these are the racks.
Yeah.
He
So
does
he's-
have the.
He's
one
definitely
of the-
cost him some attacks with the grotesques by leaving the racks in the way first.
Do you think the Vexator Mask boosted out over to the Swarm Lord fight to make him fight last?
Definitely.
Yeah, that's where he went.
That's what I'm seeing too. So it looks
And
like,
it'll-
guys, right here, this little hobo I'm circling on the screen, that guy's gonna make Swarmy fight last. So no interrupting. All these Taloses are gonna fight before he fights. He's going to jam up this combat with a billion attacks. I can see some damage, but like, it can go either way. Like, let's say Juice doesn't roll good with the Grots, there's an interrupt involved, and my man makes a bunch of 5-up saves. It's possible Juice doesn't kill any unit with this push. But Juice makes plays though, so like he's set up. But what if he kills all 3?
I would like to protest the use of your grot terminology
What do you mean?
by shortening grotesques.
Word. It's just because you literally can't spell grotesque. It can't be spelled correctly, so everyone just puts Grots.
I'm like, there's no orcs here.
GRO.
TEKS, grotesque.
Yeah, tesk.
So he tried to charge the Biovores, it looks like. Failed it. Obviously, that's from the Tide of Traders up here. He was going to try to lock them
Yeah.
up. That's a 9-incher. He gets a reroll because he's Dark Eldar. Oh, no, not yet. Oh, yeah, turn 2.
Nah,
He gets
he is, but I mean, he probably forgot about it.
That's a good point.
he failed the reroll. It's confirmed.
Oh, okay.
He remembered.
Confirmed. All right, we should stop ragging on Juice's knowledge.
Yeah.
He
He's
probably
got
knows what
this.
he's doing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's mostly good and stuff, I guess.
and things.
He might place towards the top of most.
Let's see if he remembers to do some rerolls on some flails here in a second. When he gets to the I'm sure he's already said, Swarm Lord, you fight last. Check. Now let's go over
Check.
here.
See how we can mop this up.
So it looks
What are
like
Ramos's options if this whole line goes down right here?
Don't worry, Dan. I've got tons of faith. I'm just a cynic.
Flesh gauntlets. This is it. So mortal wound gauntlets. So he's gonna bypass the invulnerable with certain rolls, and he's gonna be wounding on what, like 3s here.
Yeah.
So he just nuked. What is it? 4s or 6s do gauntlet mortal wounds?
But I don't think he used the strat to reroll the wound.
No, I don't think he did.
Probably should have, but
Maybe he has plans.
maybe he's running out of CP.
Yeah, give me a CP counter, boots in the ground, Dan.
Yeah, we should get.
There it is, 3 to 6. Juice down to 3. Is that accurate?
Rough.
Juice down to 3. Woof. Okay.
That escalated quickly.
So,
Those
kills
6
another.
dials from-
Kills another with a flesh gauntlet. Wasn't that a mortal wound?
No, it might have been the.
That was the
swords.
follow-up cleaver. Okay, I see. So then he looks like he's splitting his attacks. Dan confirmed what, half and half to both squads. Oh, that's a bad roll.
Ugh. That roll's even bad on turn 3.
Yeah. So it looks like he loses 1 to mortal wounds and 2 5-up saves. Or 3 5-up saves. And looks
I
like he
think
loses 2 more. It's additional.
It should be more. It's additional.
It's additional. Yeah, they corrected themselves on the field. So give me a count on how many dead Gene Stealers. That's a crippling amount of damage to those Gene Stealers.
These are the follow-up cleavers. They pass. 5 of invols.
So looks like down to like maybe 5 Stealers here and like.
And what's
Two.
the synapse range of a Broodlord? I feel like
It doubles it. I think he goes out to 8. Oh, Broodlord? Let's double check. I know Swarmy's double.
That could be an issue.
Ooh, he killed 19 Gene Stealers just now total.
Yikes.
So we got to figure out Synapse range. I don't know what the range is. Juice
There's no
might know.
bonus, it doesn't look like, unless you play
Is it a
something.
9-inch bubble?
I believe normally it's 9, but how far do you think Swarmy's away? Because it's 18 from Swarmy.
My spidey senses are saying both of those look very dangerously far.
This is going to be close. So we're saying there's an
Rather than
18-inch.
12.
I'm
So
saying
literally, Synapse is 12.
12.
This
Okay,
is an
Broodlord
error.
has it. Broodlord has it then.
All right, this is an interrupt from the
Gene
Gene
Stealers.
Stealers against the Rax. So they're trying to fight the Rax. Ugh, 4-ups.
Ryan.
One dead. That's not
Racks of
enough.
gangsters. So this sucks. So that means there's not going to be any leadership shenanigans here. I think that he's going to be safe for another turn.
He needs to watch the Broodlord up there, because Broodlord could get got if he turns the corner.
Broodlord might get got in this combat. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's true too.
Like he
Yeah,
has.
You're talking Swarmlord. Broodlord's way up top.
Oh, Broodlord.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Oh,
if
my
he
bad.
turns the corner up there on the left, he's gonna just start mopping up, starting with the
Yeah,
Broodlord.
this guy's a powerful dude right here. Was he like 3 flat damage, -3 to or some shit like that?
Who, Broody?
Yeah, isn't
Yeah.
Broodlord like a dick stomper?
Yeah, straight 5. Reroll failed wounds on a 6.
I think what we're seeing here definitely is something Kenny and I talk about a lot, is that you don't always want to blow your load turn 1.
Yeah.
Swarmy shooting out is probably a turn too early. He could have shot old One Lie, then shot himself.
Right.
and
Yeah, exactly. If you go like we said it, if you push that pressure on somebody turn 1, you almost always lose against the skill guy. But he's up on points dramatically. These are the flail attacks, ladies and gentlemen, into the Gene Stealers to finish them off. So let's see what happens. These are from the Talos right now. So I have a feeling that we're not going to
Yeah,
have
looks
any
like
Gene Stealers.
Ramos is getting ready to roll saves.
Yeah,
Oof,
they're
lots of
gone.
ones.
They're gone.
That's too many ones. Just off the ones.
That's too many not 5s.
Just the ones are easy to see. Oh no. Yep.
Yeah. Putting that kind of pressure on somebody who's prepared to take the charge typically never works.
And this is what you see with a high toughness army too. Is like sometimes your initial thing will just bounce right off them. You need to take them apart in pieces and then get your bulk of your damage dealers in there all together.
Yeah. I mean, the Swarmlord himself is a tactical genius in a lot of different ways, just because he can push stuff out on the shooting phase. He can buff stuff. You know,
I think Juice is piling up 1 billion flail attacks in his hand right now.
I think he's going with Sean's math versus Kenny's math.
That was my math that I was defending him with.
No, unless he's just doing both sets of taluses all together.
He's doing flails. He says he's doing flails.
Gotcha.
Well, we're about to find out.
Did he just learn that they rerolled the wound? Did he just download that knowledge?
I think he just downloaded it.
No.
He wrote a wound. Is he forgetting to?
Let's see.
Let's see.
No.
Let's see. He downloaded it.
Oh, he's rerolling the wound.
He knows Kung Fu.
Good reference to Rob. We're getting an update from Overrun. There may be a reason he didn't try Overrunning because he was too close earlier in turn 1. So he only did 2 wounds to Swarmy with 3, and he's got Feel No Pains to follow up with. So 2 wounds down. So he's already taken a few, right? What's the wound counter like?
I believe so.
There's a 4 down there for some reason. Oh no, wait, there's a different die that we couldn't see.
He's bracketed. He's in his next tier.
It looks like it's 6.
All right, wave 2, because Vexator Mask said so. Hit on 3s, don't suck. And what? Wounds on 5s or rerolls?
Sounds right.
Yeah, that's about right.
Oof, not 5s.
Oh,
No, he did the other attacks.
Oh, so this
that's
one, he's doing half and half.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's bad.
Ooh, 2 damage each. 2 damage each.
That was brutal.
Oh, he gone.
No.
He gone.
He gone.
See the scalpels, I'm telling you. So he
does
went with his
explode.
heart and the scalpels. He didn't like your math. He was like, I did 2 wounds, get the fuck out of here. 12
Just bad
wounds.
dice.
Is that 12 wounds?
Wow. Did not expect that. This is not good. This is just what I was talking about. Now look at Broodlord up there all chilling by himself, just all helpless.
I want to say suddenly this 6-1 turn 1 doesn't look like it means shit.
Nope.
Yeah, there was definitely. I think the Tuna player Vincent definitely overextended, wasting Swarmlord like that with not having weakened the taluses at all is going to be a big mistake.
But I mean, this is more what we talk about too. You know, it's all about getting the points you can and holding out for as long as you can. I mean, he's still got options. He's got Old One Eye. He's got protection against shooting. Not that that's like a super thing right this second.
So just real quick recap. I think we're going into Vince's turn, right? So it's like Juice actually killed 2 units this turn by my count.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Still light on holding. He's got. It looks like he snuck someone back to that one objective. That was probably the
Archon.
Archon.
I think that was the Archon.
So he holds. The center is up. So I think he's going to lose the center for another turn because I think he's saying I'm going to table you on turn 3, son. So Juice is going to be down in points probably for a second turn. Just as a recap.
Right. But like I said, if the Swarmlord had stayed, because the Swarmlord didn't gain anything, Rob, by going in, because he didn't even get a kill with it, he would still score all those points turn 1 without sending the Swarmlord in.
Yeah, I mean, sir, you're like, oh, I can do this thing. I want to do this thing. And sometimes you don't need to do the thing. You just hold it back. Like you were saying.
Well, I mean, it
hold
takes
on.
experience. I don't know Vincent personally or anything like that. He has a great looking list. He has some great combos, really competitive combos in his army. But when you're playing, I don't know how much experience he has with the ITC, but specifically something that's taken me a while to learn is going second is almost 100% tied to my win rate at ITC events, like going to major ITC events, and losing is close to 100% tied to my going first rate. So I'm always thinking about what about going first makes me lose these games. I learned that earlier this year. The thing that caused me to lose these games was getting this huge throbbing erection for the turn 1, dick stomp.
Wombo combo?
The wombo combo. That not exercising the patience. And then being forced to go second forces me to temper that. And even though you have to weather a turn 1, it taught me to be patient.
There's a lot more options now for weathering at turn 1 with the new FAQ, and just the fact that just the additional restrictions on alpha striking, and I'm air quoting for those of you that can't see me, but the alpha striking really isn't as much of a thing anymore unless you have the throbbing erection strike.
What is that? The TRS?
Yeah, they're like, I gotta do this thing right now.
So I'm circling it on this on the Mad Nap. Old One Eye is coming out to play my legend, the legend himself, hiding behind the wave 3 of Gene Stealers coming in to reinforce the fight. That makes me happy to see. That's going to be another showdown. We get another big guy showdown.
Something here too. The Broodlord is going to give out a bubble to this Gene Stealer, so the math's going to be a little bit different on that. Because he's going to give them 1 to their hit rolls.
What I expect to happen here is I expect this clutch of Gene Stealers to get into fight, jump into these Grotesque and the Broodlord. I don't think the Grotesque can withstand that right now. I think they're going to get crippled. Mm-hmm. But Juice now has 9 Talos to reinforce the battlefield. Like, that is a lot. And depending on what happens in the shooting phase to these Ravagers, if they're unmolested, essentially going into the next shooting phase, 18 shots.
Yeah, and he doesn't have any way to deal with them in range anymore.
He has 2 Hive Guard left.
Oh, the 2 Hive Guard. But that...
So he doesn't have any way to...
I mean, it depends on how good he rolls, how bad Juice rolls, and if he wants to dump CPs into shooting again with 2 guys.
Yes.
There's factors. There's factors. I'm with it.
He's definitely positioning.
Yeah, I love good old A-Dog Austin. He's like, the Grots won't die and Taloses are invincible. That is his expert analysis of this game right now.
So you're telling me all I have to do is roll 4 ups. Okay. And this is Juice? Okay.
Beat Slap Dan and A-Dog Austin. We've got Boots on the Ground Dan reporting from the Beat Slab right here. Austin is in the Virginia compound watching and spectating and helping us with some insider information. But let me just say this real quick, guys. There is a caption contest going on right now on Beats Lab Gaming on both the community page and the business page. There's a picture up there. Throw a caption in there. Most thumbs up wins, one-time discount or store credit or whatever the reward is for Beats Lab Gaming.
Austin's making another bold prediction. He says the Tyranids should just run away, play the mission, stop interacting.
Yep, he's like, at this point, Operation Get the Fuck Out of Here.
I mean, that's what we saw at the end of that first game with Sean and Juice when it was coming down to the wire. Even with 3 minutes left, it was still.
And real quick, Magic, we're in the second phase. Feel no pain to the Gene Stealers. That's actually something Austin said. That was like his prediction of misplay. He's like, should have sent the Steelers up if you're going to send anybody up. Throw the Feel no pain on them. Get them in the fight. Don't bring in for Swarmlord. So at least this turn, big Gene Stealer packs enter in the fray with a 5-up, 5-up. And as we know, a 5-up, 5-up is really hard to get through sometimes when it's 1 damage attacks.
Did we do the math on that once? It's basically
a 3-up. It's like a 3.5.
Oh, 3-up, okay.
It's like a 3.45 or some shit. Like it's better than a 4 worse than a 3.
I'm still researching how to do decimals on how to carry the 1 on a dice roll.
Basically, the way I do it, being not a math scientist, I just use instinct math.
Oh, gut math.
Gut math.
I like gut math. Yeah, that's good stuff. It's kind of like the ogres do. Gut magic.
Hive Guard are shooting right now, guys. Assume they're going after a Ravager. Boots on the ground, Dan.
Yeah, Silic, he was using 3x15, and 1 unit's dead, 1 unit's
45
full,
Gene Stealers, right?
1 unit's struggling with a couple left. So the Vexator Mask won't be in play this turn because it's off to the bottom right. So the Steelers can fight uninhibited for a little bit.
No molestation. The mask is here. Looks like Balvor's deployed some mines back here. Is that accurate?
Yeah, they deployed last turn and they moved over to do some mortals this turn.
That can be fun. If the Vexator Mask gets through the mortal wounds, then once this group of guys reinforces this group of guys, and now this guy is giving you a you fight last aura, that's pretty good. That's brutal. Looks like Vince is deciding what he wants to do. The clock is on him right now as he thinks. Juice is leaning over, surveying the battlefield.
surveying his
somebody
domain.
in chat is asking, what state would one have to go to in order to get a game into the long war? That's North Carolina, brother. That's inboard. I want to say I'm boardling. Lead speak, not my first language. Thank you for watching on HoboTube. Steelers coming in. The fight has begun. How you feeling about this fight? Expert analysis, expert Dark Eldar player. Actually, a guy who's painting me 10 grats right now. Sean Naden, how you feel about this fight?
Well, the Coven list looks like it's doing great. We might have another convert to the dark arts. I always like to convert people.
So let's do the math. 15 Gene Stealers, assuming they all get their attacks.
Yeah, so that's what.
Hit on
40?
twos rerolls, I think, right now, because Broodlord, is that the situation?
I would probably bet that it is.
I think it's no misses. It's going to be no misses right now.
Yeah, so 60 hits.
Con-
Strength 4.
Converting on 5s, right?
Converting on 5.
So that's pretty good. So
So
that should
20?
be 20 wounds. It's supposed to be
Which should
24 ups, right?
So he'll fail 10.
10, and then 6
He'll
ups.
pass 1 6-up.
Yeah, 1.5 to 2. So kills 2 grots.
Yeah, 2 grots.
So Gene Stealers should kill 2 grots, and then we'll see what the Swarm Lord does, or the Brood Lord does.
Yep. I don't know if that's enough. Because if Juice has CP left, he could interrupt before that Broodlord gets to go to town.
3 CP left. Is that still the accurate CP for Juice? Boots on the ground, Dan. Let's get back to the dice cam.
Some mortals were done.
Spore mines blowing up. So these are Funeral Pains. Did it kill the
took the
Vexated
wound.
Mask or just do 3 wounds?
Just 3 wounds, it looks like.
Thank the man Jesus. Needed that Vexated Mask. Nobody's taking the center right now, Austin. Basically, the mission has been thrown in the garbage. It is a fight. We've got ourselves. It's not even.
Disregarded.
It's a straight fight. It's a pitched battle. No trickery. They're coming at each other right now.
This is one of those like games.
Knockdown, drag out.
Yeah, everybody's always like, "Oh, I forgot we were playing for objectives."
So is this the 60 attacks, boots on the ground, Dan? This is the hit on 2 reroll ones, or is it hit on 3 reroll ones? Yep, 2 plus rerolls. Got it. So. should
Yes,
be
the grot
60 hits.
terminology is also a little vexing. Get it?
Grotesque, guys. The internet slang for grotesques is grot, just because it's easier to write, not easier to say. These are grotesques, and I can see why it's confusing with so much fanfare for the orcs right now. So did he lose 1 grot? Is that what happened here?
Yeah, it was a little bit below average on damage, and then even with some bad
Juice
saves,
didn't even roll good, right? It's just like didn't
He
get
rolled
wounds.
average. It was just a little low on wounds.
So is this the Broodlord fighting, or is there an interrupt here? Oh,
This looks like the Broodlord.
so to confirm, we still shitty on CP, so probably no interrupting by Juice.
He's probably saving it for the get out of jail free card, where
Yeah.
he walks out of this fight and charges whatever he wants.
Yeah, that's the best stratagem. So it looks like he's rolling 4 ups with the 3 damage, so it's 6 damage. Only goes to 1. I think is that what's going on here? Is it D3 damage? So 4 damage straight. So it does not lose it, or it loses a grot, right? Loses a grot.
Yeah, he's gonna lose a grot.
So he lost 2 grots total.
Which is right around what we said he'd lose.
Yeah. Well, I thought he was gonna lose 3 because of the swamp, because of the Broodlord. So 6s are the flat 3 damage. Everything else is D3 damage from the Broodlord.
That's not enough.
Not enough. That fight is not
This-
going good
this
for
is
Vince.
Struggling unit of Gene Stealers now. Trying to probably fight Rax.
Yep. I
Trying
think
to pick up that kill.
yeah, there's no reason to interrupt. There's no reason for Juice to blow his last couple CPs on an interrupt here. He's not getting damage. He's invincible. As Austin predicted, Grots ain't gonna die. Talus invincible. That was what A-Dog Austin said.
But he's a genius. Because that's what it looks like.
That's literally what is happening. So they have a 5 up, 5 up. This is the time. This is where Juice collapses in, activates the Grotesques. double fights, or not double fights, but does the reroll to wound now. Clears him
He
out.
probably won't. He'll probably save it.
You think he'll save it? Or do you think it just says the flails do it?
I mean, I think you go Talos first, so they can't get pulled out of the combat.
Because the
easily.
Grots can always consolidate up. Yeah.
Yeah. This is where his removal of the guy touching the Broodlord might hurt him, because he could, I guess, theoretically pull the Gene Stealers after the Talos' fight. So that'll hurt him, I think. If guys have already fought, you like to leave yourself options. So if you left the guy base to base with the Broodlord, even if Vincent pulls the first line of Gene Stealers, the Grots could then still pile in and fight them.
Correct. You always gotta be aware of your order of operations.
So I have an update from Adepticon. I just got the official email. So we oversold the event. It looks like there was a mistake, I guess, in the capacity that was entered, and we sold double the tickets.
Wait.
So they are warning us to be prepared for a larger event.
Okay. Well, I would advise Adepticon to be prepared for a renegotiation of our part of the bargain.
Lots to talk about.
So you saying that there's 300 people playing in the Longboard doubles or more?
It seems that way because when I just went over to the page, it was a capacity of 162, which I think means 320.
So, yeah,
people.
Adepticon, be advised.
Where are they gonna put all the people?
So during all that hijinks, it looks like Talos are activating boots on the ground. Dan, what's going on here?
That's good news.
Yeah, that's an incredibly successful event because I think we only had about 200 players for LVO.
Grotesque's going after them Steelers right now. Gonna be so it looks like he's just rolling double fives. Yeah, the 5-up is hard to get through.
Yeah, but this is where again combat removal is bad. He removed from the back. That's lazy removal.
Apparently, the Talos were never in the combat because remember they just they didn't get charged. They weren't. This is a new fight. So Talos actually don't get to interrupt or get the fight.
Gotcha. No, then that doesn't matter.
The Talos are set up for Haywire Blasters in this matchup, A-Dog. I mean, that's what the army list is.
Yeah, we're trying not to let them tailor armies to each other.
Yeah, you gotta bring your tournament list. It looks like we're losing Homoculi over here. Homoculus, or no, Rax. It's Rax. Oh, it's Gene Stealers. God, they're all the same color in that bottom left corner. I'm like, who the fuck is that?
You gotta look at base size and number of arms. What's that word again, Rob?
I don't know. What are we talking about?
You came out with your whole.
You used the nerd
diagnosis
word.
So they are called hexapods. That means they have 6 appendages.
That's my normal voice.
Rob. I put it on you. All right, we got to see. My man Vince needs some good dice rolls now. He needs to weather this fight. That wasn't so bad. It looks like he made a clutch pocket of 5-up to the 5-ups. Kept most of these Gene Stealers alive.
So he's going to double fight him right now.
Hopefully it goes his way. Yep, but yeah, if you guys are just hearing this, the Adepticon double sold out. We're double capacity on top of that. And so me and my man Alan here in Hollywood, we're working on a new spreadsheet and way of tracking. We're going to actually be making the Longboard doubles a lot simpler next year. It's going to be using ITC format missions, just scaled to battle points, and we're going to be using a much more simpler input system. Probably not going to be using the Best Coast pairing app, as it still seems to be very difficult to use for a team fight. So I expect, even with the influx of people, it to be an easier to run than it was last year. We're also going to be running an event at LVO and maybe a primer here in Hollywood.
I think we have Bay Area Open too in May.
Yeah, looks like we'll be doing Bay Area Open as well. Yeah, with 300. Yeah, Austin said something good in chat. He's like, with 300 people, is that even enough rounds? It's not. 3 rounds, it's not enough. A billion wait
some
time.
Sweet. We're gonna need some hobby tiebreakers. Or something. That's incredible.
Get those paintbrushes ready, everybody. You're gonna need every point.
You gotta get them hobby muscles working. My goodness, I don't even know what to say. We may actually be adding a new event, on four events next year at Long War Doubles. There may be one in the fall. We're gonna be hashing something out there as well on the East Coast.
Yep, looks like double fight into the grotesques. Looks like he's setting up to roll some wounds right now. Not a good roll.
It might be better. I don't know. It might be better just run 2 events at the same time at Adepticon. Do
2 pods. I can do
2
pods. Hobby breakers. I like it. Let's do that.
It's almost what you have to do at this point.
I mean, if they doubled the tournament as planned to run, basically you're running 2 tournaments.
Yep. So here we
Can
go.
y'all hear
4
my-
ups. 4 ups to the 6 ups. So let's see how many grots go down. This is a much better roll for the Gene Stealers.
What are you doing? Don't sass me.
He might just pick up 2 grots right now. Maybe 3. 2.
That would be good.
So he actually ended up picking up, a total of 5 grots this turn? Is that accurate? Or 4?
I only see.
I see 6
4
failed
left.
dice. I see 6 failed dice, and he picked up 2 grots. Is he playing them as 3 wounds or 4?
I think there was 2 that slid off the camera. There was definitely more than 6 dice that failed.
Okay.
We don't have full view of the dice cam. We might need Dan to tilt it down like a millimeter. Oh, maybe he only picked up 1. So he's lost
Not
3.
an accurate measurement.
3 grotesques, now 4.
Maybe one was hurt too.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah. Boots on the ground down says he may not be boots on the ground at the Long War Doubles.
He might be playing.
There we go.
It's gonna be pretty interesting. Yep, getting excited for Adepticon though, like as we've said.
Oh, yeah.
This is it's gonna be a big year. 2019, the Trail of Skulls. Dan, can I get an update on points while the next turn begins? Looks like Juice has begun turn 3. Give me totals. Oh, it's currently 1-6. What's the new score? Almost out of CP. Juice has got 3. Ramos got 2. That's an update, guys. Almost out of CP in this game. I'm thinking, what is it? Juice killed more this turn. He held. Ramos didn't kill, did he? Or Vincent didn't kill. He held, right? So is this a 3-to-1er? And for secondaries, Juice got recon. Ramos or Vincent did not.
I mean, he should have.
Oh,
Those Termagants on the right are down there. The Gene Stealers would have been.
they're down there. Yeah, it looks like a 2-pointer. So it looks like Vince only got 2, but Juice got like 7 points this turn because looks like he got picked up almost all his secondaries at least once. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. So Juice goes up to 8. It's a tie right now, guys. 8-8.
And this is where the swing starts happening.
This is where Juice is going to start bringing it back. Even though he was killing all the models, Vince was still much higher on the points, and now it's a tie game. Turn 3, as we say, in a lot of competitive games of Warhammer 40k right now, in the state of the game, turn 3 is usually the turn that decides the winner.
Dark Eldar, that heater turn 3 too.
That's the test. That's Dark Eldar's favorite turn.
Almost
Favorite
like I
turn.
did that on purpose.
I love turn 3. I'm like, witches are Space Marine captains.
I feel like they cost a lot less points. Would you say that's accurate?
I don't know. I haven't seen the new chapter approved.
But
Space Marine
for-
captains might be.
They might be free. Buy one, get one free.
I don't know. At the
Logo.
rate GW's making Primaris lieutenants, I hope they go down.
They release a new one every 3 months.
Go to Adepticon and get a Primaris lieutenant.
Lieutenants for everyone.
Yeah. Put out a new starter box, Primaris Returner.
So Ravagers are opening up into the Biovores right now. Looks like he's tired of those mortal wounds getting thrown around everywhere.
I would be.
Looks like he does not want to lose the Vexator Mask or any other Moculus. And they're also, heads up, they're not -1 to hit. So he's looking for the guaranteed kill.
Oof.
Bivore's getting got.
Yeah, that's where Ravagers really start to shine. Ravagers are very flimsy, but their damage output's pretty high, especially against certain targets. But if an opponent has the ability to kill Ravagers at range, they'll disappear. Like one Castellan will take out all 3 Ravagers in one turn. Chaos has a bunch of ways at range to kill them. But with the Hive Guard having to go second and not having great terrain to hide in, the Ravagers will dominate the shooting field in this game.
Good assessment. And with only 2 left and Ramos down to his last 2 CP, I think Juice is comfortable not interacting with him right now.
Mm-hmm. That's what I would do.
Yeah, Austin, I agree. I think that Vince may have forgotten to pull those Biovores back. He should have gotten in that fight with those racks on his terms. And
Just a lot of backfield like oversight, I feel like. in this
I
game.
think that happens sometimes when you push the pace.
does.
You get a lot of action in the midfield. You stop forgetting about the finesse of what's happening in your own backfield. It's simple. Nothing, all that would have done was that you could have tri-tipped the racks, kept the Biovores alive, and then the Hive Guard would have died. So it's like, whatever.
Yeah, that's what I really like the clocks is with a long enough timeline, everybody can play a perfect game of 40k. With the clocks, it's who can play while under the stress of having to make choices faster.
Yeah.
Well, it makes it more real world too,
So it looks like we're back in the fight phase, guys. Close combat has begun. I'm going to assume this is a clutch of grotesque dice. No, Haywire. This is Haywire.
This is Talus shooting, I believe.
Talos shooting Haywire into Hive Guard.
At the Hive Guard, probably.
Yeah.
Neg 1.
Go up.
Pick one up.
Pick one up. Or is it one Haywire wound each?
Oh, they're 3 wounds each, right? Hive Guard.
Yeah.
So.
Yes.
All right, the charge has begun. I don't even think they're gonna roll for killing all those guns. How many flails is that?
If I was Vincent, that's clock.
Clock.
You
Roll those dice.
Juice.
Absolutely.
Looks like the Talos are sneaking out to Gantz. He's about to clean up all the troops this turn. Oh yeah. Turn 3. It's gonna be the backbreaker turn.
Huge. This is where everybody gets out their Bane mask and starts talking.
Ramos is confident the Gantz will live.
Oh,
He looked like he was picking him up for a second.
bold prediction.
I think he's gonna pull enough. I think he thinks one's gonna live, and then the other squad's not gonna fight. He's also, it forces Juice to eat up the clock.
Something to be said for that.
But there's also a potential way to snipe here, depending on how good Juice rolls. Juice kills 9 right now. He's not gonna kill them all.
I mean, they should kill them all. It's 30 attacks hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s.
They're gone.
Yeah. Feel like
They're gone.
Bold prediction. They gone.
Turns out 30 attacks that don't miss and don't fail to wound kill 10 guns. We're on Vincent's time right now.
He should definitely jump the grots. That'd be super strong.
to jump them, huh?
Interrupt right
Now
here,
you just
guys. On Ramos'
cross
clock.
the streams.
The Gene Stealers are fighting one last time with this last 2 CPs.
Yeah, that's a good move.
Yep.
For sure.
into the grotesques, of course. Ooh, good pickup. That's not bad. It's not bad. Let's see if Juice rolls characteristically juicy. Or if he loses a bunch of grotesques. Yeah, if only. Yeah, this would be a great opportunity to overrun. But he's out of.
Yeah, I would have personally put the Taloses into the Gene Stealers and finished them. I mean, who cares about those Termagants to the top of the screen? Those don't hurt Taloses at all, or really anything in this matchup. And a good bit of dice from Vincent here could swing this combat right here in his favor.
So it looks like he's trying to get all his attacks together, rolling them in batches. Rerolls.
Okay.
Yeah, it's twos.
No, thank God.
So
Thank
many
God.
dice.
Yeah.
I was worried that those were to wound.
Yuck. Here we go. There we go. A couple fives, a couple sixes. That's not bad pickup. I think it's plus a few more dice.
I think it's all these dice down here that Juice is holding.
Yep. So 4. Oh, that's not bad.
That's gonna make Juice regret putting those Taluses where he put them.
Sixes. 1 6. So 1 grot, 2 grots. 2.5.
2.5. That's brutal.
But yeah, no doubt. Talos sliding back there, but these Talos are gonna. So yeah, that's the situation. The Grotesque should have fell back and charged, and the Talos should have engaged. But that's a nuance. But I still think the Talos are gonna wipe out this squad and come right back. And now what Juice is counting up grotesque dice. Yeah, I mean Juice is almost out of models here. Oh wait, there's 9 Talos.
How many models do they actually count as? Let's be real.
Turns out 9 Talos still good. Love it. So look like we're counting up maybe some rack attacks.
Wonder which attack. Oh look, he's like, let me count these up.
Substantially less dice. 6 racks right here into the Broodlord. Racks have any special bonuses besides hit on 2s right now?
Poison.
Always 1 on 4s.
Mm-hmm.
4, 3 wounds. So Broodlord, take some saves. Oh,
He good.
he good. Broodlord coming in clutch. And now, is this Talos activating or no? This is the rest of the Grotesques. Grotesques, yeah.
The Grotesques with 2 Ks.
I like that you
all
said
but
it.
1. And now is this the cleaver attack? No mortals, so 5 ups followed by 5 ups. Ooh, he didn't make any, Sean. He didn't make any. He made 1. Then cleaver attacks, 1 more save. Maybe 6. That's a bad 5 up conversion right there. 5 up should have been more. Ooh.
Ugh.
Ugh. Ugh.
5 dead.
Ugh.
Click that clock back. Click that clock back.
Put that clock back. Oh, Juice heard
There
you.
you go.
Juice heard you.
Through the warp.
Yep.
Through the warp.
As Austin said.
Battle
Bye,
by the
Felicia.
powers.
LT, being a Talos is secretly easy and secretly sexy.
Brutal. Anyone watching at home, exclamation point lists. If you want to see the list, it's a link over to the Battle Brothers page. If you're watching on HoboTube or HoboBook, you're going to have to come on over to Twitch. That's the home of the live content. And also, don't forget that caption contest, ladies and gentlemen. Timers clocks are looking good. Only about halfway through the turns, and they got still high 20s left. We're in Ramos's turn right now, aka Vincent. Vincent.
And what do you think? What do you think he's gonna drop that Moloch down next to that Archon to take that objective away from him?
That's what I'm hoping he does. I'm hoping he does. I'm hoping to see. I'm hoping to see Ramos really play his objectives right now. Because he can really take. He can take 5 points right now, if potentially, maybe not. I don't think he has that kind of ass. Well, the Gene Stealers are there. Depends.
Yeah.
Depends on what he does. He could potentially.
Well,
he can. He can potentially. He can potentially take a pretty good point swing right now.
This is really back and forth. There's so much stuff getting picked up.
The entire right side of the battlefield is a foregone conclusion. So right now Vincent has to play for points. I think he has to start playing cagey. I think he has to implement A-Dog Austin's rule of run.
Yeah.
He needs to get the fuck out. And remember, these guys can fall back and charge. They are cracking. So Gene Stealers can get out, can reposition themselves, and reset up the charge, and still hold objectives. But Bugs don't have a lot of they don't have a lot of options. Talos are just great for killing Tyranids. Like billions of attacks, toughness, great save profile, prophets of flesh, warp, and vulnerable, 6 up funeral pain. They progressively get more strong as the game goes on, and has proven they were able to kill Swarmlord.
Have an update from Adepticon. We have currently registered 142 teams.
Somebody done messed up.
Seems like a lot.
You done messed up, AA wrong.
Last year we had 86 teams.
We can do it. We can do it.
We got this.
We got this. Turns out we're going to be doing it with a good old spreadsheet. We're going to do it old school. I'm predicting we're going to be doing it like the old days. You bring your paper up, we enter the scores. We're not going to rely on any technology. We don't want there to be any fail rate on scores. We're just going to do it like the old days. So Funeral Pain just got cast on the Gene Stealers, so they're still back to 5 up, even though that literally didn't mean shit last turn.
No.
The Moloch has shown up exactly as predicted. Let's see if he can Mortal Wounds?
Yeah. Give me 6.
He got that
That's
6.
3.
That's 3.
Clutch.
And what does he do? How many? Doesn't he do it again or shoot now?
No. That's just all he does. And he can't charge.
Yeah, doesn't even do 3 wounds. Feel no pain. LT's like, can I get on the wait list for Long War Devils Team Journey at Adepticon? Yeah, I think you just have to go through the proper channels to do that. You have to.
I think there is one. I don't know how it works.
There's no longer one.
Yeah,
I'm about to say, there's probably not a wait list because you know what? If people stop showing up, I'm like, we're not going to keep doing more.
I think every year, if you are just there, we take the people on the actual wait list, but then there's always extra room. So like if you're there and you just want to play, just be there. You'll probably get in.
Except when they double book you.
Semantics.
There may be some issues with that.
So it looks like we got some shenanigans going on here. Maybe some pop shots. Oh, one eye.
The hive guard probably.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
he's trying to soften the Talos up actually to prepare for one eye. That's the move. Let's see what happens. Juice doing a lot of pointing.
Looks like he makes it.
Charging. Oh, Vexator Mass, not range. Not range. hey, dog. He's like, oh, one eye will die like a bitch. Didn't he see Swarmy go down? What is he thinking?
They needed to go in together. Best friends holding hands.
Okay, 3 is not good. I don't know what that's for.
Charging the Gene Stealers into this guy in the middle.
That's right.
Plenty.
So he has to control. Do Molochs have objective secure?
No.
No, but don't the troops don't something come up behind them? Let me check.
The Rippers, I think, came in bottom right.
Yeah,
That's
probably it.
That's just recon though.
Yeah, so he's gonna get points. He's gonna hold more, for sure.
The Morlock.
Broodlord bringing the fight back in there. He's back in. Tear up these annoying racks that keep making 4-up saves.
How dare they? Rude.
Yeah, but if he was trying to get recon, he might have just pulled himself out of it. I guess that's
true.
I guess that Gene Stealer I guess could count in that quarter. The one to the north left side of the center objective.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, if
okay.
the center objective is truly in the center, that Gene still is in that quarter.
No, that Gene Stealer's in that quarter, so he's fine.
If you got people watching at home, recon is pretty easy to get for fast moving armies with lore control. You draw. It's literally as long as a unit is partially in this deployment zone or in this quarter, you get it. Assuming that this is dead center, this guy right here is in that quarter. Still has recon. He has something in every quarter all day. That's the point.
I often forget to do it.
Yeah, you just get it because. So old One Eye is coming in hot right now, trying to fight. Only 3 wounds? Is that, or is this?
I mean, he's only got 5 attacks.
Oh god. So he only one gets through.
3 damage.
Ugh, this is bad.
Yes,
And he makes a 6-up feel no pain, no matter what Juice does. He's just
Hey, you know how you win at 40k?
get good, Scrub, roll good.
Just roll 6.
Look how amazing Juice is at 40 carry.
It's just roll 6s.
That's why I used to say the Demon Army was like the little kid luck army because they had invols on everything.
Oh,
so
sorry,
it's
that was
as long as they-
Broodlord. Sorry guys, that was Broodlord. This is One Eye.
Okay.
Broodlord didn't do anything. He can't kill a rack. Now here we go. This is
the main event.
The main event.
Let's see some Taluses go down.
4-ups. So he failed 3. Okay, now.
So it's 3, 6, 9 damage.
So 2 6s out the gate. Juice get good, Vincent.
Get good.
Roll good.
Oh. Ramos has got to be feeling it.
Gotta
Okay,
be
so
feeling it.
Talus takes 3 wounds that time.
Doesn't explode.
And now here
The
we
other
go.
one
Now it takes 3.
3. So he could have killed one and crippled one, but instead he kills one and this one's still like, haha, I'm good.
Wow.
Because Taluses are small monsters, so they don't degrade at all.
Who you calling small?
Oh, they small. They tiny.
Yeah, they're not.
I know because I have 9.
How many dollars? How many American USD is that?
I don't know. Some of mine are metal. I have old school ones too.
Oh wow. The little triangular pyramid ones.
Yeah.
The Scorpionox pattern.
Scorpionox.
I don't think that's a real thing. I might have.
I think that's a Beast Wars character from the old 90s or 2000s animated series.
Agree to disagree.
I thought you knew about Transformers.
I do. It is. It's actually a Gen 1 Transformer as well. We only talk when we talk Transformers. We don't talk that hobo Beast Wars. We only talk the true Transformers, Gen 1.
Wolfsark's coming in hot with Taluses are 60 American dollars.
And how many do you have?
9.
So Steelers are going to jack that homunculus in the middle.
I don't always pay for them with real dollars. Sometimes I play for them with winning tournaments dollars.
With other people's dollars?
I love how A-Dog, there he goes, homunculus down. Austin said, oh, One Eye is depressed. This is an assisted suicide.
Jeez. That's all right. He'll get spit back out the vat, the primordial Tyranid goo. So savage.
Savage.
My man Vincent's almost out of models.
Yeah, this is.
Juice says if he had CPs left, now he can overrun.
Strong.
It could have been strong. Love it. Turn 3, like I said, it's the backbreaker turn. Typically is. Usually someone feels really good about the game until the end of turn 3. Talos are fighting back to a one-eye. Juice is for sure going for his favorite new attack. He hates the flails here.
Macro scalpels.
Macro scalpel on deck.
Well, this one is the clear obvious choice because he doesn't have a 3-up invul.
Does he have a 4?
He has 0, no invul.
So he just took a shitload of 2, 4, 6, 8 wounds. Does he have a 9 wounds? Does he have 1 left?
Yeah.
He has 9 wounds. Well, when he starts out.
Well, he's crippled. I mean, he doesn't degrade though. He's just fucked.
I don't think he does.
No, if he has less than 10, he doesn't degrade. So that was Juice's 3rd turn, right? Oh no, that was Ramos's 3rd turn.
This is what I know you guys can't see it, but I'm holding up a sheet of paper. This was my points printout for the Dark Eldar book. It has been shredded. I left it on the floor and the cat got hungry just now. Literally shredded it to pieces.
So now we're going into turn 4. Let's get a tally of the scores. Talos killed. Vincent killed. He held more. He didn't get the bonus. So I know he picked up 3 primaries. Let's take a look at secondaries. We'll get the tally from Boots on the ground. Dan here. Just 1 second. Lavaris, interesting. So basically, I should make an army of grotesque and haywire bikes.
Wait.
I feel like that's I feel like Sean has been commissioned to paint me an army that is basically 12 haywire bikes and 10 grotesques. Solid list. Looks like so we're back to Juice. He's sneaking the Talos up the cut to start crushing the backfield. Talos have now killed Gaunt's. They're coming back for the Steelers. Moloch gets to do now something gets to do something to the Moloch, but I don't know what. Juice has an interesting question. Juice wants to know if the Talos, the Fly Talos can engage the Steelers if they can fully sit on the base. They can't fully sit on the base. You talking about flying up to the top there and wobbly modeler? How's that played for you, Sean?
I think officially in America, if you can't fit up there, you can't charge them.
Even though the main rulebook says wobbly modeler, like if you can't quite sit there and you would fall, you're there. Are people treating it as like literally if any piece of your base can actually touch it, you can use wobbly modeler? Or are we interpreting it as if you can't fully fit your base comfortably?
Well, I think wobbly modeler gets overplayed by some people. Like you have to actually, wobbly modeler doesn't say if I can touch my one little toe of my base and the rest is all over air, I can be there. You have to actually be able to balance something.
So are we playing? So I like that. So you have to be able to reasonably put the model on that lip and say, this is at least more than half of my base, therefore it can be balanced here, essentially.
Yeah.
That seems to be a more streamlined version of the rule. We think that you have to. We're saying snap, boots on the ground, Dan. We're saying at least half your base has to fully fit there for you to claim wobbly modeler.
Especially since they're plastic, not metal, you should be able to balance it if you think you can go there.
Yeah.
And Dan, can you give me an update on the score real quick, please? I want to say it's still pretty close, but Juice probably pulled ahead. I want to say I'm guessing it's probably like 12 to 11 right now. Juice's favor.
You were close.
14 to 12.
Also, Chad is bringing it up, and it's hard to tell with this type of terrain because it looks like a hill, But if
It's actually
You would-
considered line of sight blocking functional ruin for this game.
okay, so if it's a ruin and there are multiple levels, the Talus couldn't actually charge up levels.
Those are
that would be
monsters.
their question.
So you guys treat it as a ruin, or just? I think they just said LOS, and the ones on the
I think
sides
they
are
said-
ruins.
I think the
Yeah.
side ones were definitely at ruins, and the middle one is just line of sight. Yeah. But yes,
So you have-
if it was a ruin with the new rules, the Talus couldn't get up there because fly keyword only works in the movement phase.
Yeah, we just treated the footprint of the center terrain. I'll draw that out for you. This right here, we're saying this entire perimeter can't see through it. These are ruins. That was the ruling for the game. Juice has repositioned his Talos based on a ruin. He doesn't think he can be up there to make the charge, so he's doing something different for them. So those Gene Stealers are actually safe right now.
The grotesques are going after them instead.
They can definitely fit there.
Oh, hey, I keep getting confused with the similar color spectrum of these two units.
You gotta count limbs and weapons. Gene Stealers don't have weapons. Grots have little cleavers.
Someone is asking about casino dice. Yes, those are casino dice. They're using in the
Yep.
tray.
And also, the Long War Doubles is currently capped and sold out at Adepticon. We sold quite a few tickets apparently.
Ravengers are plugging away at the Moloch. FYI, didn't do much.
Archon's charging.
Archon bringing that
Get 'em.
agonizer. Let's bring it in. Let's go street level. Let's see this fight.
Turns out when you're when you start losing more models, you start paying more attention to the backfield action.
LT says, "Can you charge over a giant pile of salt?"
Absolutely. I do it every day.
Here come the racks. They're charging the Broodlord.
Here come the Talus.
Talos. What they roll? They get to reroll that shit.
Yep,
That might work.
that probably works. That's a 9.
Niner.
And someone just rolled another 9. Grotesque.
Jeez. Get good.
Idog
Just
says,
nice.
something tells me that Talos will kill every model left.
Bold prediction.
Bold prediction, A-Dog. LT says casino dice are +1 to wound versus models on the table.
Yeah, they are. Crushing it.
100%. These Talos are about to just raffle stomp every model left in the tier. I also read from Boots on the Ground, Dan, that Juice almost just started playing the Nids out of Muscle Reflex when it was his turn 4. Just started grabbing Nids and shit.
He's like, oh.
Overwatch from Hive Guard coming in clutch. A
This
couple
is
hit.
Talus versus the Broodlord.
Oh, this is Talos attacking. I missed the Overwatch. So Talos, first Talos. I don't know what the target is.
It's the Broodlord.
He's picking up
Looks like.
dice though.
He definitely forgot to reroll the wound again.
Yep. Juice. Oh, well, he did. He did.
He did anyway.
Oh, that was the scalpel. He wasn't using he was using his new go-to weapon, Sean. Macro scalpel.
Wolfstark, he has killed one Talos.
Yeah. Don't get it twisted. Talos over here. Some 5s and some 5s were rolled. I don't know what that's good. Oh, is that that's the guy with the 3 up abominable, right? The Malanthrope?
Oh, yeah, right there in the middle.
I think that was this batch, right? Or no, old one eye. That was old one eye. So I was getting hopeful. I was like, oh, that's about to get. Oh, dick. But the Malanthrope doesn't have a 3 up abominable. Actually, I think it just has like a 5 up, right?
Let me check my Forge roll book.
The Zoanthropes do.
I know they do, but I think he's got something different, right?
Yeah, I don't. He's
No
I don't
save,
believe
no invulnerable.
He is a tad bit different.
So I think
God.
I see Juice making a lot of hand gestures because he can't help it roll so good. So So in this turn,
What a jerk.
he gone. These guys are about to get gone. Broodlord gone. We've got a pocket of strong resistance right here. Hashtag resist right there for the Tyranids, and of course Moloch in the backfield. Let's see if this gangsterness is complete with an agonizer.
Who's got a 5-0?
Okay.
This is the Hive Guard.
Hive Guard.
Oh. He gone.
Rax.
Racks on racks on racks.
How many boxes of racks is G-Dub gonna sell after people watch this game?
Is this grotesque going right now? Hitting on twos.
Hitting on twos. Yo, Dark Eldar after turn 3. The heater.
Ooh. Any sixes? Nope. But one's on threes, so 5 up, 5 ups. Let's see if this is the turn. Vincent can make that 5 up work. 2. Oh, see him pick up another. Picks up another.
Oh, only one Gene Stealer dead.
Only one Gene Stealer. And then the 2 extra bonus attacks from the cleaver. 2 more wounds.
That'll kill 2 Gene Stealers.
Let's see. Fault.
Oh.
1. That's the 5 up, 5 up.
That's the math. The math we needed.
Yo.
Math works 100% of the time.
Grotesques. Prophets of Pain. So good. So there's a reason why I have Sean building me 10 of them with Yuri and Rackhart and another homunculus. About, I don't know, 20 racks. Seems good. And maybe 12 haywire bikes.
Something like that.
Instead of 9 Talos, we elected for the old 12 haywire bikes.
You know, on a side note, I think we need to start streaming more competitive, higher skill level games of Adeptus Titanicus maybe in the future. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm 100% behind it. Chat, would you like to see competitive Adeptus Titanicus for 14 hours?
Are the games actually 14 hours?
No, they last the same amount of time.
Juice just in from the Beats Lab. Juice says, fuck this army, but hey, go on to beatslab.com. You can order them online and we'll ship them straight to you. And don't forget, we do have the caption contest going right now, guys. Head on over to the Beats Lab community page on Facebook. Upload your caption to the picture from this game. Most thumbs up wins store credit or discount codes, something there.
And if you're looking to build this army, the Dark Eldar army, don't buy the official GW
15% off.
Grotesque. Don't buy the official GW Grotesque because they're not plastic. They are monopose. Buy Storm Fiends from the Skaven line and use all the leftover bits from all the 9 Taloses you have, and you will make sexy Grotesques.
Yes. My man Sean is making me some Frankenstein grotesques right now. I love them. Beats Lab Dan says, fuck your game. A-Dog Austin's like 14 hours. We left the Beats Lab at 12 p.m. Or 12, maybe it means 12 a.m., right?
Oh, that was the full-scale game of Titanicus.
Oh, Archon failed his 2-up save.
Did he die?
Oh, did he die? Yeah, the Crypt Horrors would make a good sub, too. Everybody plays Titanicus, judging by the amount of comments on Forge World's page the other day.
Command
There's
point.
no way those people were
Oh,
not
he did
playing.
use his reroll command to save the Archon. He gone. Which is
He tried to save it on a 6, I think.
Why would he do
use
that? I
He
guess
gave
you
up.
have to.
He gave up the bonus.
Yeah, that's true. I guess it's worth it. 6 up works.
So Archon didn't
100%
make
of the
it,
time.
so I didn't expect the Archon to win that.
No.
Oh, well, the trouble with the 2-up save that you can't re-roll and you have basically no save afterwards is you might just never die.
Or
you'll die
you
very
instantly
quickly.
die. So
That's why
these,
Vex was always my favorite character, because he existed in 5th and 6th and 7th edition where you could instant death people. But he had a 2-up save and like 5 wounds, but he was T3, so basically everything in the game instant killed him if he failed his 2-up save.
so grotesques make a clutch of are getting wounded right now. 4 ups to the 6 ups. Let's see what Juice does. So fails 1, loses one more wound. I think Grotesque down because it was 2.5. No, it's another wound on a single Grotesque. I think he's got 2 and 1 left. Is that where we're at?
I think that Grotesque had died.
Oh yeah, so it's just down to 2 Grotesques. As we look at this map, as it's starting to clear out. So what we have here is 3 Talos and a Rax. 3 Talos and a Rax. 2 Talos, 2 Ravengers,
Strike forces,
and 2 Grotesques. This is elements of everything in Juice's army still intact. Something I don't think something's died since that Ravager died and that Archon just now. Is that accurate?
Yes. He lost to Talos, but not a unit of.
No actual units died. So we're going into bottom of turn 4 right now. Lavaris asks, what Skaven model do you use, Sean, for your conversion?
I believe they're called Storm Fiends.
They are.
I'm not. They're the big rat ogre.
They got the little ogre on the back.
Yeah, I don't use that.
Some people are asking, how do you?
that-
Real quick, this has been repeated a few times in chat. I meant to mention it. People say, how do orcs beat the prophets of flesh? Dark Eldar. I think some other people are asking, like, how do you beat this? Sean?
Oh, how do you beat it?
How do you beat
How do
prophets
you
of
beat
flesh?
this? You just gotta kill it. You gotta be careful, and you gotta pick the fights where you want. You see the balance in a list. You need some range shooting to knock out the Ravagers, or you need to be able to get around them. You need to like suck them in and then be able to jump behind them to handle those Ravagers if the Orc player, because they're gonna have to break up because the Ravagers like to sit back, and the Grotesques need to come forward because they only are good in combat. They're not gonna outshoot you. So then you can whittle them and you pick the edges, and then you got to hit them really hard at the same time, so the Vexator Mass can't knock out all your units at once. And then if you're the Orc player, you can do your double fight. Even like as long as if you go in with 2 big units, you can double fight with 1 because you had multiple charges, and that's how you got to get through them. Because it's really hard if you get to the end game and Taluses are still alive.
No doubt. And of course, Wolfsark, you're correct. Death Hex and Zone, Imperial and Hereticus. Thus, those psychic powers turn off the Forp and Vulnerable.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's really
Orcs
good.
don't have that.
Orcs
have to go.
What do you do?
Orcs have to go through with mortals to start to whittle them out.
So a KG move was just deployed. Since these are ruins, as we ruled at the beginning of the game, these Gene Stealers are now untouchable by Talos. Until the Talos move, right? Because they can actually still jump into a building. Because they can still hop that, right?
Don't see
I guess how they're gonna play the terrain, because it's a major abstraction with how it's set up.
Like
if it was like if it was an ITC ruin, like a box that you'll find at LVO,
if this is a bunker
was
box,
no-
they can't do anything.
then they won't be able to get in.
If this is like a perimeter ruin, they can just hop over the wall and land inside. But but there are different types. But if we're playing ITC, there's always a couple boxes on the table, and if it's that, they're stuck.
That makes sense.
Yep, and it's gonna be tough for orcs because as Wolfstar brings up, you're probably not gonna fight twice orcs versus Dark Eldar.
Nope.
I mean, maybe not turn 1, but this list only has 8, 9 CP. He's not vecting for very long.
You get 1, but if you do it right, you can break someone's back.
How about it's like playing counter spells in Magic. Like you have to bait them, and eventually they just run out.
Yeah.
Or even dispelling.
Some of those cheap war bosses with the claw and stuff can really fight in death, fight again, can do some major damage to Taloses.
So we covered two of the major builds. What about Imperials?
I mean, Imperials have enough shooting to kill him. The Castellan will hurt them pretty badly.
What? The Castellan? He's a gatekeeper? Tell me more.
All right, we're tallying up the score.
I think every turn of the game, the Castellan kills a unit of Taloses.
Yeah,
that's pretty close.
Yeah, Volcano Killings then. So we're tallying up the score right now. My man Vincent is calling it at the bottom of 4 with literally, I want to say 1, 2, 3 models left. 3
we're
models
still
left in
pretty
his
tight
army.
on time, though. If he had kind of implemented Austin's strategy there, I think he would have done better all the way around. Especially
Palooza.
How do you kill
Palooza.
them without a knife?
No zone.
For-
No zone if you have a librarian.
Paluska.
I would say, how do you kill him without a Castellan? What if the Castellan is 800? I don't. think it's
Dog,
gonna
if
be.
Prophets of Flesh don't have a 4-up and vulnerable, they did. Like they don't have another save.
Gentlemen,
Yes, sir. Here we go. Boots on the ground. We got Vincent and Juice in the Beats Lab. Bottom of turn 4. The game was called. I think Vincent has 3 models left, and Juice hasn't lost a unit for 3 turns. How you guys feeling?
wow, I didn't know that stat. Dan, come on in here. I didn't know that stat of.
You actually lost an
a
Archon.
unit.
That you lost.
you're
that.
right.
Lost an Archon.
Wow. You come on in here. What an absolute bloodbath. I wasn't actually. I didn't realize how just actual durable playing with these models, how durable they are. I played against them. You know, I shoot one at a time and it goes down or something. But like when I talk all the time about Banginiuses, when they lock arms together, how powerful they are. This is just unbelievable. This army, when it wants to move mid board, it's hard to peel it off. What did Ramos?
I mean, I've been looking at it all week, thinking about those toughness 7, all those wounds. So it's gonna be a while to take him down. If the Hive Guard would have been alive for more than a turn, I maybe taken one out of turn, but that would have been probably about it.
So, I got a question, guys. How did you feel about me actually going first?
We were wondering.
I thought it was
Probably-
complete. I thought it was.
yes.
I think it
I said
actually
give it.
helped him.
I said do
Oh, you're
it.
talking.
Yeah, your boy Sean had your back on that one. I thought you should have went second. I thought you could have done that. I thought you could have brought him out of his hole. He would have done exactly what he did. He would have killed the Ravager. He would have come across the board even more aggressively, and I think you would have smashed him. But then now, hindsight 2020, I'm like, you would have done that any day of the week, anywhere on the table, after seeing the matchup play out.
Oh yeah, and I mean, and so this is what I thought of is like, regardless, I wanted to be, if I was going to be dug in, and I mean, who knows, like. You guys saw it. I made a ridiculous amount of 6-up field no pets. I made probably a little more than above average 4-up invulnerables. I didn't. So my thought process on why I chose to go first is I didn't want to have that entire fight happen in my deployment zone. I wanted it to be closer to midboard, near that objective.
No,
So like if I was going to get dug in, so that's kind of the thought process behind
But
it.
I mean, but it's still
was kinda-
interesting. You obviously thought about it. You were like
Yeah,
content to go second, and then you were like, well, we'll see. So it's a decision that was so like it netted out 50-50 in your mind. Go first, go second. That you literally were down to go second, and then you being Juice, you're like, well, I always got to roll this dice.
Dude, I'm telling you, I want you to know, I was literally like, I want to, and then I'm like, no, don't. I mean, who takes 30 seconds off their clock to say, do I want to seize the initiative or not? Because I'm going to seize the initiative whenever I want. No, I'm just kidding, but I'm serious. Just kidding. What a great game. No, let me tell you who scared me. I knew that the Vexator Master, so like you guys saw my deployment turn 1. I wanted to basically lock down one entire corner, right? So, and I saw that there was more Gene Stealers on one side. That was where Ramos was going. So I was like, all right, well, that's going to be the side that I'll build me a little Eld and block off with racks, right? And then I knew everything else with a potential, bit of a small trap of the Vexator Mask and guys coming in on the end. Ramos did an amazing job of being, 6 inches within close or within range of the Talos, but not within 6 inches of the Vexator Mask. So I actually kind of laid a trap there, but I kind of lackadaisically, my movement was about an inch off on the Vexator Mask to keep the Swarm Lord from just not being able to kill anything before he got a chance to swing.
Right.
So,
And at that point, our biggest fear was he was going to kill your Vexator Mask. That that was his target.
yes.
We
Yeah.
thought he was going to sneak
Well,
into that for that kill.
Well, once I saw like you use so there's a couple different ways that you can use the niche stratagems, right? So I liked how Ramos collapsed hard with 30 Gene Stealers. on turn 1, and you utilized
Twice.
the swing twice, the double your charge distances, or excuse me, your advance distances, and you use that. Now, if he was gonna swing over and come completely around, he would need to use Swarm Lord, cast Onslaught, and do. I'm having a brain fart on what the double your advance is. Stratagem.
Opportunistic advance.
Yeah, opportunistic advance. There you go. So either way, once it got out there, I was like, oh. And then I was really worried for another second. The grotesque, as you guys saw, it gets cluttered in there. When Ramos is bringing in guys and I'm bringing in guys, I was like, these grotesques, because I was in a straight line across, I was like, they aren't going to be able to get into the level that I wanted. But I mean, this is what happens when you play an army that has
the toughness of the army played out for you. It's something that's exactly what we mentioned on turn 1 too. Is like with that type of army, you end up almost making more of a death ball with the grotesques and the Vexator Mask, moving around that way, so they always get to fight all their attacks, and the Vexator Mask is always in range. You went with the traditional string them out to kind of block more zone out, and then you immediately were like, "Damn, would have been tighter if it would have been better if they were bunched up." Mm-hmm. But that's it. But it was still for Prophets of Flesh got you through the first turn. So then you were just able to do whatever you wanted.
Yeah, it was it was unbelievable. This army is very, very good. For anybody who didn't know, newsflash: 9 Talos and a unit of Grotesque with fire support is really solid. And now this is a styled Nid list that, Austin and I played a lot in 8th edition when it first came out index-wise, but it took a hit with all the Knights and with all the other things that are out. And then with the resurgence of Orcs, it's kind of come back a little bit, and we've seen it do really well in tournaments. But this is exactly sometimes what happens is if your opponent, and I've actually had it happen to me at Nova, where if a Castellan couldn't kill 5 racks, literally, if you just make 11-4 up saves.
No, you did that in early games. So like A-Dog Austin, he's been in the chat the whole time commenting. He says sacrifice the Swarm Lord early game. That was the big mistake that killed bugs, because nothing in that list kills Taloses. And it was even awesome because he came in and you just made all your 4 saves.
I mean, he could have handedly wiped out the entire. Matter of fact, it wasn't even. Dude was outside of Vexator Mask. I remember you did 2 mortal wounds on top of 5 saves.
You made 66% of your 6-up Final Pain follow-ups that turn.
I was like, what in the absolute piss, So, I mean, that's just, it happens sometimes. The Ravengers, I want you to know, they are solid, but with Ramos only having 1 unit of high
Fuck Ravagers.
Dude, I'm telling you, they're solid, but I don't like them.
They're garbage. That was the first thing I did, Juice. I was like, hey, Sean, come here and help me build my cool Dark Eldari Holocron list. I was like, should we get 3 Ravagers? Everyone says that's good. He's like, no.
Yep. No, you're absolutely
He's
right.
like, how about 12? How about 12, Haywire bikes? I was like, yeah, I like that more.
Yep. So that's where I'm at. You after playing them and seeing like they did okay, but like, I mean, I don't actually think they made their points back. I think they killed 150 points of Biowars and like 4 total high.
Unless you play up against a primary Space Marine army, like they're okay. Like a lot of people like them because they're a spearhead detachment that unlocks Blackheart. So that seems like that's like a really good. Like I want Blackheart. What's a good spearhead? 3 Ravagers. So in that context, it is good. I just don't like what Ravagers do for me. Like, and so I think you experienced that.
Yeah, exactly. Sean, how many points is just a 5-man troop unit for Dark Eldar?
30.
30? See, to be honest, if I was going to build something and I wanted it, I would just build the cheapest battalion with like 90 points for 3 troop choices. And what is the cheapest Archon?
72.
So, I mean, Archons, that's a bit of a tax.
That's a tax. The Dark Eldar HQ taxes because they don't really do anything.
Yeah.
The Maculuses are necessary for their buffs, but the Archons really don't do anything besides the first one, making the Ravagers hit better. But even then, it's marginal for the 72 points, and they don't really do anything else.
Yeah, you're right. You sold me on it. Literally, if you would have told me like 30 points, 19, I'd be like, oh, that's a cheap
battalion. So you see why people go for the Spearhead, right? You see people go because...
Yeah, but still, I was even thinking like, now, in the Ravagers, 115 now?
125.
125. So look, this is so crazy. You ready for this? I'm gonna bring it full circle. This is Orc November. Remember we
brought it up,
buggies, ladies and gentlemen.
We brought it up.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Because I'm talking about for 125 points. orc buggies would lose their left testi to be as effective as one of these dark.
And you're
one of
already
the
talking about how
Ravagers,
you're going to cut them from your list.
They're dead to me.
You're already talking about how you're going to cover your list. They have fly, more than 10
Yeah.
wounds, an invulnerable save. They can move and shoot with no penalties. They have 9 quality shots that have rerolls. That is a bazillion
-3
times.
ran 2 damage.
Yeah, and they would give their less nut for that, and you're already like, I don't like
Literal.
this unit. Fuck this unit.
I don't want it. It's actually dead to me. I'll take something else. So yeah, so for anybody who, and this was something big, shout out to Chris Blackham. Matter of fact, right when the big FAQ dropped, Chris came into the Beats Lab and played in the tournament. He was like, I know you guys aren't using the big FAQ right now because it just dropped, but I am actually going to play this tournament as if it is, because I need to know because the main thing is if you can't reserve them against a Castellan, against other things, and against quality shooting armies, they're literally like reserving on turn, spend the CP, reserve them, and then come down on turn 1. Like that's a different story. But now, not only like they can get alpha struck. So like you're telling me that the firepower is okay, good, but like then I can just get alpha struck and it's actually not that hard to kill them. Like no, you guys are right. After playing with them, the Ravagers are dead to me.
And if you think about this game too, on a heavier ITC level board where the Hive Guard could actually hide full bore,
Correct.
the Ravagers are never going to make up their points in this game.
That's right.
Mm-mm.
That's right. So another thing I want to get your guys' opinions. Rob, how did the terrain look?
Oh, look gorgeous. I mean, just house ruling it, I think was kind of the right move.
Rob, didn't we talk about it early in the game when you came by earlier and you're like, that terrain is, while beautiful, doesn't seem very functional, right?
Yeah, I mean, but this isn't anything you're not going to see on people's boards. So coming up with a set of rules to play with, and you could even change it up and say, those capillary towers over on the left and the right are line of sight blocking.
Exactly.
You could say the ruins. You can do all sorts of different things.
Yeah, and that's kind of the concept of what we were doing too. Is like literally this lower was a ruin. That's why I wanted to find out, and we kind of addressed it, but. Again, when you have certain models, you can't, everybody's like, well, you need to discuss something before the game. Well, first off, the clock is on. There isn't a, hey, discuss time period, right? So you have to say, this is a ruin, this is this. And so it's one of the things where, unless you declared where my Talos can go, I actually don't know.
Yeah.
So I want to put them up there, but obviously I believe the concept that you have to be able to still kind of place, you have to be able to do things. So, no, this actually, for anybody who doesn't know, one of the most expensive tables, I think, in the history of ever. GW has not, or Forge World did not release their prices that much to make them Nabi. But, so no, this is great. I loved it. I still think you guys saw with Orcs coming out, I know that the Nids just took a kick in the teeth. The final score, I think, at the bottom, without rolling it on, but still to show how close it was 20-15.
It would be 30-15 with the concede points, I think.
There it is. So, I mean, I want you to know something. Like 15, dude, I was in the hole 7-1
In the beginning, yep.
on turn 1. 7-1. If that would have converted into a couple more dead Dark Eldar models, it's a different situation. One more thing I wanted to talk about was, again, with Orcs coming in, and we're talking about Orcs are going to be able to kill Eldar. Orcs are going to be able to kill other things. Let me tell you what kills the shit out of Orcs.
Flails?
Kraken Gene Stealers.
How about 30 flail attacks from 3 Talos?
How about Taloses too?
How about a unit of Grots? You bring in 10 Grots into a 30-man orc squad with Yuri and Blackheart and Homunculus, and then you fucking get reroll your wounds and +1 strength.
Yep, these armies are not going anywhere. Like these armies, this is 9 Talos is coming to a hobby shop near you.
And real quick, before we get out of here, I want to comment with A-Dog Austin, who's watching along with us. He says, to your point with the Ravagers, he's like, people think Ravagers can kill Morty until they don't.
That's right. I got 9 Ravagers. That'll kill him. No, it actually won't.
And it won't. And obviously, this is the live battle report. This is new. We might have another one before we go on holiday break this year. We're not going to commit to how many more we're going to do this year, but this is the new format. We do have Battle Brother on Patreon, guys, ! Battle Bros in the chat. If you want to support Sean and Juice and their high-level tactics classes and seminars over on their page. This is Vincent. Local, I imagine. Local to the Beats Lab. He's wearing a Beats Lab shirt, which makes me happy.
And fellow battle brother.
And patron of the Battle Brothers.
Yeah, and shout out. I want to give another shout out real quick too. On deck, matter of fact, who got a great game with legendary master of all kung fu, that is Eldar pointy-eared models. April was able to play Sean whenever he came in, and that's whose beautiful models I've been being in command of. So shout out April. Thank you very much for letting us use and hanging out with us for this game.
It's all good. Hey, Rob. Why don't you take us out of this transmission with some promotions?
Well, I guess that is it for this one. So make sure you head on over to thelongwar.net, home of the live battle reports for exclusive content, early access videos, and more. Become a veteran of the Long War today.
That is the technical end of the transmission, ladies and gentlemen. We are still live. We are going to do what Twitch is known for right now. Twitch is all about community. So we're going to go into the world of Twitch, and we are going to raid now a fellow content creator on this platform. So, looks like Jack of Clubs is painting. That's
There
it.
it is.
There you go.
Hey, there you go. Jack of Clubs is a brand new member of the Long War stream team. We are creeping on him right now.
Or Eldrad, Wolfway.
He's talking shop,
Story centers
painting
around
bases.
them. It's boring as fuck, no matter what's in it. because
Using
you
curse
they
words like we do.
always, like,
We would never.
He's talking shop. We're gonna bring it. So we're setting up a raid, guys. Please join the raid. Bring length and girth to this man. This is a community raid. We try to bring that positivity. Try to keep this hobby love going. This is the only way we're gonna get beyond where we're at. If we're gonna get to this esports world, we're gonna get to that next level of wargaming. Bring that hype. Play on, players.
Word.